Dear Hollywood celebrities, or dear celebrities in general, nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares how you feel. Nobody cares what your fake, phony opinions are on things that are going on around at the moment. The things about politics, the things about real life, the things about normal life that you are trying to tell us about. We don't care. We don't care about you. We don't care about your phony opinions. We don't care about your fake opinions. You do not even know what real life is. All what you're doing is you're getting paid in order to stir all this nonsense. And you Hollywood celebrities, you are the reason why so much has been actually gone wrong with this world. Because sadly, there's so many people around the world who are taking your opinion like, oh my God, it's just something above everything else. Well, let me tell you something. The normal people are waking up. The normal people knows that you're not on the people's side. The normal people are so awake that they actually don't care about your phony political opinions. What you have been doing so far, you have been working directly against the people. Directly against normal people. And as each days goes by, as each week goes by, as each month go by, we can see more and more. We can tell more and more. We can see more how fake you are. We can see more how phony you are. All you do, Hollywood celebrities, you take the money and you just go with your dirty flow. You take the money and you project everything on the world what you've been paid for to project, but you don't care. Because you've lost yourself along the line. You lost your soul. You lost your spirit. Or should I just say you sold your soul a long time ago in order to dance how the devil is singing. No, baby, no. We can see right through you. We don't know exactly what are you all about. And we are sick of your Hollywood dirty, nasty, little, low vibration, bad, devilish opinion. You do not think about the people. You do not care about the people. All you care is about yourself. Just keep your opinion to yourself, because we literally don't care. You Hollywood celebrities have been used. You have been used in order to project your phony opinions on the world. But what you are failing to see right now is how dangerous the things are becoming, how dangerous things actually became. And you don't understand also that you are one of the main reasons why there are so many people that are fighting around the world. There's just so much of the ridiculous divide that's going on at the moment. It's absolutely disgusting and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's awful. It's bad. And you, Hollywood celebrities, you are contributing to this. You are contributing to this all the time. Okay? It's not even only about the nonsense that you spat out. It's not only about all your stupid opinions that are directly against the people. You've lost yourself a long time ago. When you watch movies, like every single movie has got something hidden, some kind of hidden agenda, some kind of hidden message, some kind of hidden mind control. Don't you think we know it? Don't you think that we can't see right through you? Yes, we can. And you know very little about the normal people. You know very little about the normal life. You know very little about what's going on in normal's life, but you're contributing to this madness like there is no tomorrow. And you're not working for the people. And we know this. We can see this. We can tell this. We can tell this so much, especially right now at the moment. It's all about the fake global warming. Oh my God, climate change, global warming, climate change. It's all about this fakeness. It is fake like the word fake basically is. It is absolutely made up. It's fake and it is not real. Look at them, like trying to make the picture, trying to paint the picture all around the world. Oh, everybody's worrying about this nonsense. This is a scam, which is made up in order to control the people. This is a scam, and it has nothing to do with the real life. And this is where these gorgeous Hollywood celebrities come in. This is where they come through. Look, they're just constantly trying to brainwash you. They're just constantly trying to lie to you because they have been paid by the certain people, by the certain group of people, in order to project this on us. Things are getting ridiculously serious at the moment, and they're getting very important at the moment, my lord, my lord, my lord. Because with this global warming nonsense, I'm saying nonsense because it is a completely made up. It's a scam that it's a made up completely. And look, with this, you can see so much. And if you're not awakened by now, I don't think anything is going to wake you anymore. This is time for shaky, shaky, wakey, wakey. You need to make yourself, you need to make sure that you understand what's going on, and you need to make sure that you are awake, because what's actually happening right now, and especially in this stage in between the 30th of September and the 6th of October 2019, this week is going to be very important when it comes to the certain unfoldment. This is going to be very significant because there are a lot of people going to see and realize exactly what is going on. The commotion is just stirred around the world. It is all boiling down to the certain dark snake. There is a one particular snake that is behind all this. There is the one particular snake that is the bigger than every single other snake, and this snake, it's not the main snake, but it's most certainly very big, and it's very strong, and it's very powerful, and it's taking a lot on this of themselves. There is a one particular snake that is behind it. This snake is very, very old, and this snake has lived for a very, very long time. This particular snake is been behind all this. This particular snake is been behind all the problems in the world. This particular snake has been behind every single invasion, because the world has been invaded, literally. And if you still think, oh God, these are refugees, then something again is wrong with you. You need to awake and see what's actually happening around you. And this is all done on purpose. The world is getting invaded. There are lots of problems. Every single part of the world literally is having these nasty problems, these horrible problems. Now suddenly all these all these protests are basically, there's so many of them that are phony, they're fake, and they're just designed by these people. They're these people get paid to actually do this, but the way they project on the world, the way they project this on the public, they make it look like much bigger than what it actually is. So this is the way they control people, because this is to do with the television. It's just so bad, it's so dangerous, because television is owned by the devil itself, and the television is actually lying to people, and is taking the people's attention away from the real problems that are actually going on in the world. Can we just have our normal television back? Can we have a television for the normal people? Can we have this back? Because the television is completely biased, and we know this. Everybody is aware of this, but sadly there's so many people around the world that are going to be following this and not believing that this is actually an absolute nonsense. There are, as I say, this is what's really important now. And now globally, this is just going to be a huge, massive shake-up, because people are going to start awakening to the fact that they're using the children. The children. They're all techniques. It's again, you can't say anything. This is what they think, because they're children. There's something is wrong with them. They're mentally unwell, or whatever it is you see wrong with them. You're not allowed to say, or you're not allowed to pinpoint. On one hand, these devil people, these people who are projecting this agenda on worlds, you see, they get confused with themselves, and they're going to be eaten away by their own worms. They're going to be eaten away by their own negativity. They're about to be eaten away by their own karma, because all these little bits and pieces that they have been projecting to world, trying to make a mental health issues and things like that, like a popular. They have been doing this for years, and that was all part of their devilish and nasty agenda, you see. And this is what they've been doing for a long time, trying to make everybody feel mentally unwell, so they can just go and drug themselves, and they can just destroy themselves. Yes, this is all part of this agenda. This is all part of these issues. But now when they bring somebody ill in, who is meant to be representing this kind of global warming nonsense and things like that, you know, this is all made up. These people are actors, and they're just getting all these children around the world, literally little actresses and little actors, you see, to basically act for them and to pretend how It's the hysteria, it's the fake hysteria to act for them around the world and to project this on people, how crazy they are about global warming. Please, people, you need to wake up. Please, please, please wake up. They're using children. They're hiding the nastiness, the nasty agenda behind the children, and this has all been done before, and this is the old tactic from 1930s, but it's way older than the actual 1930s. Okay, this tactic is way beyond, before 1900s actually. So this is an old tactic that they're using. So we just need to wake up and realize that this is their plan. This is what their agenda is. But thank God that the reason why I get so passionate about this right now in this moment in time, because this is all going to be like a very much so, this is going to have a very important boiling stage this week, and the boiling stage already happened, because it is just like basically certain things came to the surface, and there are more things that are gonna come to the surface this week in between the 30th and the 6th of October. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. And I like it because what the President of the United States of America has been doing as well, he's secretly been working against a certain people, he's secretly been working against a certain snake, and that particular snake is going to do something rather significant. But that particular snake, who I say that it's a very important one, there are other people who are behind it, but this particular snake, it's very big and it's very strong and it's very powerful, and it's rather enjoying doing this. And this particular snake has been responsible for almost every problem in this world. Every problem. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Going back to Yugoslavia, when the Yugoslavia existed, they had to split it and they had to destroy it because it would become too powerful. Then the Greece came. Suddenly there were problems in Greece. Oh my God, you know, Greece was doing just well. Greece was doing absolutely brilliant like years ago. And then suddenly all these problems. And then we had Italy. Oh my God, what's happening in Italy? This is all done by design. This snake is so dangerous, and there is always one particular snake behind it. There are lots of snakes, but this old snake that's behind it is just about to show their face. It's just about to show their face in a slightly different way. And when it comes to the actual President of the United States of America, he is using this powerful energy that person has. He's very, very wise indeed, and he does not jump out of the clue, or like he doesn't kind of jump out of the conclusion or anything like that. I'm saying that this man is waiting for the right moment in time, and the right moment in time is getting near. This is affecting everybody. This is affecting the whole world, and that's why I'm saying it started like a long time ago. I can start with Yugoslavia and then going to Greece and then going to Italy, and all the countries around the world are just literally going down. You know, it's just like, oh my God, what's happening? No, it's the currency this, it's currently that. No. This is done by design, and this is how things are scary. People need to get the power back. People are not having the power at the moment because it's all been controlled by the devilish group of people. But that one particular snake, it has been absolutely everywhere lately. And that's why I'm saying that this week in particular, in between the 30th and the 6th of October, it's going to be so important, because that snake is something that's going to happen, and people are just going to get a very important confirmation where all these problems and where all this negativities and where all this nonsense is coming from. It's coming through. This just became so dangerous. It just became so crucial that this if this would carry on for a little bit longer, people would just start acting a little bit loopy. People would just start acting a little bit strange, a little bit scared, because it's just the people's life is being affected in so many different ways. I say to you about the Brexit. I mean, Brexit is also just another example that I'm keep on talking about, because they're trying to sabotage this like from every single angle. And the fact that there foreign money, there is a foreign power, the snake is around there waiting again, their ugly face. You see, the fact that this has all been orchestrated, this has all been stopped, this has all been paid for, it saddens me so much. It saddens me, like, my God, it saddens me so much. How can people actually accept the money and work against their own people? How can people sell their soul for the money? How can people sell their soul to the devil? How can people possibly work against the people in general, against their own people, against their own country? It is absolutely crazy. These are the type of people that I keep on talking about, and they're like spread around the UK, and these people are working directly against the UK people because people have voted for Brexit, but it's not happening because it's been sabotaged and because it's messing the plans for the European Union. You see, this is the problem. They want money, 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 but people are not having none of it, and as more they're trying to block the Brexit, the more Brexit is actually going to happen. The more they're trying to block Brexit, the more people want Brexit to happen. And this is why this is so crazy, because sometimes, and especially now, so much is happening, and that people just get a slightly uneven picture. It is scary and it is dangerous, but we need to pinpoint where exactly this is coming from, and this is the problem. This is the huge moment right now, because of that's why I started conversation with this, with the dear Hollywood celebrities, you know, and that's why I started a conversation with like a global warming and things like that, which doesn't exist, which is a completely scam, you see, because it is all going to come up. It is all going to make sense. There's certain informations that are going to come out this week in between the 30th and the 6th of October, and not only people are going to like kind of like be quite surprised, you know, but like a big portion of people around the world are not going to be surprised, because people seem to kind of know what is going on, know what is behind it. No, people know what the snake is, people know who the snake is, but people are getting to the point, to the moment when people are wondering, why is nobody doing anything about that snake? Why is nothing happening to that snake who's affected the whole world, and it's been going on for such a long time now, and it's getting absolutely ridiculous. So that's why I'm saying that this is the moment, this is the point, this is an important moment in time, that it's going to happen in between the 30th and September and the 6th of August, when the head of the snake, when this nasty snake is just going to kind of be revealed, not fully, but something is going to surface to the top. Something is going to happen. Something is going to kind of start. There is going to be the new beginning in such a sense, where people are going to get hold of the certain information, which is going to be more to do with the confirmation. And also there is some kind of satisfaction that the people around the world going to also feel, because there is the certain realization that it's going to happen. Some kind of satisfaction is going to be connected to this, because people will see that the things are happening, because what affected the balance around the world is just like also very much so, not like who is behind things, because people seem to know, people seem to be aware, people are not stupid, people are not silly, people are not crazy, you know, people know exactly who is behind it. But what actually caused lots of negativity and lots of darkness and lots of like a vibration was like kind of lowered down, is with the fact that it's like a balance was lost, because people are just kind of getting to the point, isn't anyone going to help us? Like, isn't anyone going to do something about this? Why is no one doing anything about this? Why is no one doing anything about that? These things are very complex. These things are very difficult. These things are very bizarre, and it's often linked to the very criminal group of people, and the criminal group of people that's linked to it are also like a very, very rich people that have got like all sorts of backups. So when you deal with this type of people, you just have to do it one step at a time, and you just have to make sure that you're actually going the right direction. You're actually looking at all the options, and you're kind of going one step at a time, you know, and you're doing all the right things, because you have to like gather as much evidence as you possibly can, because this is not something that's like from yesterday or from day before yesterday or anything like that. This is something that's been going on for a really long time. The plague of the world, the plague of the society is still alive, and that particular snake is not going to stop until they do what they want to achieve, until he achieves what he wants to achieve. And it's very dangerous, and it's very scary, and this is where the other devils in the people are kind of show themselves up so much, because this is what I said before. How can you possibly work against your own people? How can you work against any people, but especially against like your own people in your own country? And these people, they sell their soul to the devil just for the money. This is how evil the money actually is. The money is very bad, the money is very evil, and this is what the money is doing and what the money is creating. What the money, you can see like a little devilish key that the devil gives to his minions, the devil gives to his devilish people, devilish group of people. And that's why I'm saying that it's absolutely remarkable And it saddens me, and it's unbelievable how people have gone loopy. And also it's like the feeling people have, it's like people are very scared, people are very in panic, you know, people are really like unbalanced, you know, people are really unsure, but also lots of aggressive people. There is a lots of aggression. I absolutely can't stand it. Lots of aggression going on around the world, because this is what this particular group of people is doing on purpose. They're controlling people, they're projecting this on people, so people just go completely loopy and completely stroppy and completely bizarre. So you will notice, and there is sadly lots of aggression around the world, but this is all part of the nasty process that these people are actually projecting on people. This is what they're creating in order to create as much confusion as possible. This is ridiculous, and it's very scary, and it's connected to the long line of people who have been behind lots of negative things in a long time. Even like, you know, like a Hitler, for example, and things like that. Even he had people behind it. You know, people think, oh yeah, he just decided this. No, baby, no. He had the people behind him that were controlling him. This is why this is all scary. This is why this is all dangerous, because they decided to take over the world. They decided to have open borders everywhere. They decided to, not because they want like everybody to be one. No, beyond all that. This is a nasty agenda, what they want to do. They know that this is not going to work. They know that this is going to be really bad later on, but they just simply don't care. They just want to achieve what they want to achieve, and all they care about is the power and the money. And when people get like a ridiculous amount of money that they own like this, it just changes them completely. In fact, if people have too much money, this is how unfortunately things can actually unfold. This is how things can happen. And this is why I'm saying that lots of money, it's also very much close to, or very close to the devilish power, to the devilish key that I was talking about before. And that's why things are really dangerous, because it brings the worst out in people, and the people are completely being motivated by the wrong things, by the wrong reasons, the wrong type of people, the wrong type of spirits. These people are not normal. They do not have a normal spirit. They do not have a normal soul. And this is what, on another hand, the devil on another side, the real devil, is kind of picking on, you see. And this is why we have gotten in such a state like this. They're trying to divide as much as they can, but we simply must not let them, okay? And the latest ridiculousness that they're doing about the global warming and all this hysteria, it is not real. It is simply not real. And at the same time, it's taking attention away from people, you know, especially when it comes to the demonic group of people, demonic party in the United States of America, who is directly working against the president, directly working against the American people. Well, you know, let me tell you, if you're working directly against the American president, you are also working directly against the American people. This is why we all need to wake up, and this is my message, and it boils down to the same message every single time. I don't care about the political parties, but we need to wake up. Yeah, Republicans have is much more so. Of course, Republicans are working in the United States of America for their own country. The Republicans are working for American, the Republicans are working for the American president and the American country as well, which absolutely makes sense. Come on. On another hand, whereas the demonic group of people on another side is just working directly against the American people, there is not much to think about, is it? Just wake up. You have been mind controlled not to realize that actually this is what's happening. While they're trying to destroy the United States of America from within, at the same time they're coming up with all this nonsense, with all this ridiculousness, with all these little actors and actresses around the world, like to act to these children, you know, how they care about global warming. They don't even know what their street looks like. They don't even know like their whole street. What experience in life do they have to tell you like something about the global warming? What they are telling them to say, what they are telling them to do. These people, these children, they have a script. This is all what they do. They're actors and they have a script. We need to wake up. We need to wake up, because this is going to be a very important moment that it's actually going to happen. That's why I'm saying that when it comes to the Democratic Party and when it comes to the actual Republican parties, you see the Republican Party is working for the America, it's trying to control the immigration, it's trying to stop the illegal immigration. When it comes to the demonic group of people, you need to wake up, because they are literally working against the America, against American people. And that's not really good, because they're not thinking about the homeless people and things like that. that. Please wake up. This is what they're literally doing. They're literally thinking about the illegal immigrants. Illegal immigrants are also a danger to the normal people because you don't know who you let in. You don't know who you let into the country. And that doesn't work like that. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. They're projecting this craziness on people. They're projecting this craziness on you. But at the same time, the amount of crazy mind control that is going on at the moment is raising this particular vibration and is confusing people. So people get lost in all this, and then they just get like a very frustrated and angry, and sadly they're projecting this frustration and anger in in the wrong way towards the wrong people. So that's why I'm saying that when it comes to the actual political party and things like that, you need to basically support your president, because it's very important, because this man has been doing a lot, and he's done quite a lot when it comes to the actual balance for the whole world. I'm saying I've said this before, and this is so important, because this is just also, it is not only about the United States of America, it's about the whole world. And that's why I'm saying that basically what is actually going to happen in between the 30th, what is actually going to happen in between the 30th of September and the 6th of October is just going to be so important, because it is going to be that confirmation. And that confirmation, it's all going to boil down to the certain confirmation that is just going to start happening somewhere at around the United States of America. It's going to come from the United States of America, and it's going to be connected so much to the United States of America and the actual president. But it's also going to be connected to this nonsense about the global warming, and this nonsense that they made up, this fake hysteria they made up, because something is going to come up, something is going to come through, something is going to be confirmed, and that confirmation is just going to be absolutely everything, because people will know that there is this certain accomplishment that is about to happen, and the snake, that head of the snake that I'm talking about, it's again going to come on top. And once the head of the snake come on top in this particular way, you will know that the things are about to start changing. You will know that the end is going to be near when it comes to all this nonsense. And I think that this is going to be the first time where people are actually going to have a little bit of flavor, of energetic, beautiful, powerful flavor when it comes to all this fresh energy, all this powerful energy, all this optimism, and all this new energy, that is just very motivating and very inspirational. And that is going to be very, very good moment in time, because the energy vibration is just going to start rising. It is going to start becoming very powerful when it comes to the actual week in between the 30th of September and 6th of October 2019. Indeed, the energy is just going to start becoming very powerful. The vibration is just going to start becoming very powerful, and that is going to reflect on everybody around the world. And that's why I'm saying that America is important, because it's just where the balance is when it comes to the rest of the world. And this balance, this little edit, this little adjustment that is actually going to happen this week, this wonderful vibration and realization that we are going to have about the head of the snake, it's going to be so good. Things are not going to be finalized. Things are not going to come to an end. It's not going to be like, oh, the end of the story, no, baby, no. But it's the long-awaited realization, which is just about to give people hope. It's about to make people feel good. It's about to make people feel optimistic, because there was a balance that was lost, and lots of people start becoming very negative, and this affected people around the world in such a way where people started to become depressed. People literally starting to become depressed because they can't connect so much to their future like how they used to. No one is certain anymore what's happening, what's going on, how far this is gonna go. Exactly. This is the important moment in time, because it's all going to be about also this realization that is just going to make people feel really, really good, and it's just going to be the inspiration and optimism that thought it was lost, that people didn't feel in a long time, because people, exactly, you see, this is what am I saying about. This is going to be the beginning of something very special. This week is going to be the beginning of something very significant, but especially when it comes to the beginning of a big change. A reason for celebration is going to be rather strong and rather powerful, people, because as I said already, this is going to be only the beginning, but this is going to be the first week which we all gonna know, which we all are gonna be aware about the big change that is going to start with the United States of America, and it's just going to take over the world in such a sense, because at the same time also the certain readjustment and adjustment is going to happen when it comes to the certain way of thinking and a certain process. Things are going to start changing without us even knowing, but most certainly the head of the snake, it's going to be revealed. The head of the snake is going to do something that is just going to kind of come out, and also it is going to make lots of people around the world aware of this particular person. People have been duped, people have been conned, people have been lied to, all through this snake. This snake is responsible for all the problems in this world. This snake is responsible for all the nonsense in social networks, all the fake outrage. As soon as you say something, you know, they're just gonna send you all these fake millions of fake accounts, fake profiles, you know, no name, this and that, you know, like just try to pretend, oh, how can you say this, how can you say that, and in fact you're saying something completely normal, and then they call you with all these words and things like that. This snake is responsible for everything, and that's why I'm saying that this is going to be an important moment in time, because something is going to happen which is going to lead towards a certain readjustment and adjustment, and big change is going to happen on this particular word. And also those people who knew all this all along are going to be very, very pleased with themselves, and especially if somebody would say like, oh God, what are you talking about? No way that this is happening. So there's going to be a very strong feeling of the confirmation that we are going to have, but it's not only about the confirmation, it's just about like, oh my God, hope, because lots of people started losing hope. Lots of people started just waiting like for something negative to happen or something like that. So this is going to be an important moment in time, because it's going to lead towards the new option, and this is also going to be very significant because it's going to be about the certain adjustment that people are going to have. Very, very important moment in time indeed, and I can say to you that this week is going to be the beginning of a very important transformation. Also, what is going to happen, somebody who is faithful, very faithful and loyal to the world and to America, it's also going to have an important news. And important news people are going to have this week, okay? An important news, and it's coming from somebody who's very responsible, very important and very loyal and very wise, from the United States of America. And important news is going to come from the President of the United States of America, President Donald Trump, indeed, okay? And this news that we are going to have, it's also going to be very important and very significant when it comes to the certain judgment, but also it's going to be very important and very significant when it comes to the overwhelming emotion, a new option, swift activity and change with a stale person, stale situation, stale problem, stale imbalance, which is most certainly going to lead towards transformation. Very, very important. And the log transformation when it comes to the United States of America. And something is also going to happen where there is some kind of like a transformation going to happen with the actual when it comes to clearing away the old in order to make a space for the new. It's very much so like doing when it comes to the actual new moon energy, new moon feeling and things like that. Very strong time when it comes to the power of manifestation, but something is going to start happening that people wanted to happen for a long time, and it's to do with fixing the United States of America. It's to do with bringing things back the way they were before. It's to do with making America safe, you know, like before it was. It's like also like a making America like America, you know, like how it was before. Do you know what I mean? So something is going to take an effect. Something is going to start changing. And people are also going to be like, finally things are happening, finally things are changing. So most certainly it is going to be a rather important moment in time when it comes to the actual next step for the United States of America, which is going to be very significant and very important for the safety of America and American people. But it's also going to be very important for the security of America, of American people. But most certainly something is going to be dealt with, and something is going to be done with a large large amount of people, with a large group of people. Some kind of imbalance is going to be dealt with, and that imbalance that is going to be dealt with is going to be absolutely the right thing to do, because most certainly the American people are going to have something very, very significant to start looking forward to, but it's especially when it comes to their own security, power, strength, okay, initiative. But this is all going to be so important and so significant when it comes to the rest of the world, okay? Very, very important moment in time indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your weekly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's from the 30th of September until the 6th of October 2019. So it's from the 30th of September until the 6th of October 2019, and I'm going to start with the horoscope sign of gorgeous, beautiful and ever so powerful Aries. Aries, this is also going to be an important week for you when it comes to your own personal transformation. This personal transformation is going to start with you feeling very, very determined, with you feeling very, very good, with you feeling very positive and very optimistic when it comes to the actual energy, when it comes to your vibration, when it comes to your power, when it comes to your some kind of deep emotional feeling, because something that you wanted to do for a long time, something that you wanted to change for a long time, now it's finally going to start happening. Now it's finally going to start taking change. At the same time, some kind of little hidden enemy is going to be revealed. At the same time, yes, some kind of little hidden enemy is going to be revealed, but this is so good because this is something that you need to do. This is something that you need to deal with, but also at the same time, it is just going to test the certain stamina. It is going to test the certain power, and there is some kind of realization that you are going to have about yourself. And this is most certainly going to be the beginning of something really important when it comes to the new stage, a new learning experience, new stage, new school, new job, new option is going to become very significant here, and you are going to rediscover something about yourself. Very strong connection with the childhood, very strong connection with the things that you used to do in the childhood, and something is going to be revealed here to yourself, and the whole new passion is going to be born. The whole new passion is going to become significant here, like there is no tomorrow, and a really beautiful and life-changing idea that you are going to have. You are going to have a life-changing idea, literally, but it's not going to happen overnight. This is only the beginning of a very powerful manifestation that is just going to start now. You're going to plant the seed in your mind, then later on in 5 or 6 months, this is all going to bounce back, this is going to come back, and most certainly it is going to become the time of a very important illumination where you will have control over a situation, but you will start feeling very strongly about the changing certain stages, certain part of your life. Very, very important moment in time indeed, my gorgeous Aries. I love you to bits, because this is going to be very important time for you, and you are going to be able to show your skill to somebody, show the certain skills to somebody. You will be very, very vibrant, and your energy is going to be very significant this week. So also, I can see you talking about something very important. I can see you doing something really important. I can see you starting something very, very important this week, my gorgeous Aries. And most certainly, whatever you start this week, the beautiful flip-flop energy is that it is going to be rather swift change. Whatever you do, whatever you start, whatever you make, whatever you decide to do, it's going to be connected to the particular vibration of the swift energy and change, which is just going to reflect on you rather nicely, and it is going to boost your confidence level. You're going to get a good news. You're going to hear a good news this week, and this is going to mean to you so much, because at the same time it's going to give you an overwhelming emotion, but at the same time you're going to start feeling very, very happy, because you know that the big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your life, when it comes to your life in general, is about to start taking place choice very, very soon indeed. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are wondering about health, my gorgeous Erinis, you need to make sure, because your shoulders are going to be rather sensitive, just make sure that you sleep with a good quality pillow, make sure that you sit in the correct way, make sure you don't strain your back, make sure that you don't pick up too many things. But then if you have to carry something, if this is part of your work or something like that, you know, you can't really do much, but just make sure that you're taking it easy, and make sure that you take short little breaks. On another hand, what else I would like to suggest you, something like a wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, again, because it's going to help you with the stomach. You will have a little bit of bloatedness, a little bit of negative energy when it comes to your bloatedness, for example, your stomach. So that's why if you can take every single morning glass of water, take little teaspoon, the actual organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, if you can actually take 1 teaspoon, mix it up with water and just drink it on an empty stomach, and this is going to bring you so much beautiful and vavavoom-ish goodness into your life in general. Lots of protein, good beautiful ingredients, but it's also going to flush out the toxins like there is no tomorrow, and it's going to make you feel less bloated, and it's going to make you feel so much better. Okay, when it comes to those of you who are actually in relationships now, this is an important moment in time that whatever comes up to you two as a couple this week, you need to postpone it. Okay, whatever comes up that you can start a certain process, like a sign something, have some kind of negotiation, make some kind of like a start with something that you wanted to do in a really long time. This is a great week for thinking. Okay, but it is not great week to start something new. Okay, so this is a very important, because the vibration, it's not going to be that perfect, not for you two together. Separately, if you kind of like go and sign something, start something, that's one thing. But if you decide to start something new as a couple, I wouldn't say that this is going to be the greatest week, because I know something is going to be on your mind, and that particular thing that is on your mind, I would suggest you to do the next week, not this week, because the vibration is not going to be that great. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, I know that you're gonna be very vavoomish this week. You're gonna go around, you're gonna like kind of like meet quite a few people. The vibration is going to be really good, the energy is going to be really good, the energy is going to be really strong, and this is so good because it's going to help you to like kind of like to test certain part of your life, and it's going to help you like to kind of like to feel this particular vibration in such a sense where you're going to find yourself flirting with lots of people and having a great time. This is exactly what you need to do at this moment in time, because it's an important moment in time for you to meet people that are going to play an important role in your life later on. Okay, on another hand, if it is going to be like the certain person that you're going to be around this week, certain person that you're going to meet this week, but it's not going to be the right person for you. There is some kind of very sad and negative karma connected to that person. I'm not saying that they're really bad, I'm not saying that they're really negative or something like that, but they have been gone through something very, very heavy, and it's going to take them quite a long time to kind of come out to themselves, or like kind of like to go through this particular energy, to go through this particular journey. So it's all about the time, and it's all about the healing, and I don't think that you are going to be the right person to be around that person just yet. Maybe later on, but not right now. So there is going to be an option for you to be with somebody who you're going to really fancy, somebody who you're going to really like, but it is not, going to be the right person for you just yet. But it's just so important to go out there, enjoy yourself and flirt, because it's just as significant as anything else, because you discover so much about yourself, and it's also going to be really good and really important when it comes to your own confidence. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my significant, my powerful, my professional Taurus. Torini, my gorgeous Taurus. You see, it is all about, in particular, what was going on in the last 8 months. What was going on in the last 8 months? What you have been paying attention in the last 8 months? What did you want to achieve in the last 8 months? And also also like the certain difficulties that you had with the certain new projects in the last 8 months. This is all kind of making sense, and this is all going to become the part of the picture in this particular week, because it is to do with the sudden progress, especially in the last 8 months, sudden progress and the swift activity and change. It is going to take place. It's so good because before this 8 months you've done something in the slightly wrong way. You went slightly wrong direction because you took the poor choice or you took the wrong choice. This is absolutely fine, you know, because karmically you had to like kind of work harder for an additional 8 months, and now you have your karma is coming to the certain stage, to the certain point, and that's why it's going to be really nice and swift activity and change. And also it is going to be so good because you're going to be able to prove something to yourself, because at the moment in time when you thought, oh no, it's not going to happen, bad odds, or there is no way, you know, but you still went for it, you wanted to prove something to yourself and to the other people, this is going to be so good because it is going to be a fantastic accomplishment that you are going to have. And also when you thought that you're going against all the odds, this is going to be so good because this is going to be the mind-blowing confirmation that you're going to have. And it's a lot to do with you, with your life, with your home environment, with your living, with a certain decision that you made when people maybe thought like, oh yeah, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, no way. But you just knew you have to follow your bliss. You knew you had to follow your passion. This is going to bounce back so nicely, and it's just going to make you realize something very important when it comes to the actual new initiative and strength that you're going to get through this situation. But at the same time, it's just all about prosperity, and it's also all about security. You will know that you will do something very important this week, which is just going to be very strong part of your particular spiritual journey, because you are going to not only confirm something, but also you're going to make sure that a certain security stays the same and very solid when it comes to your future. This is so good, but because it's also at the same time, it's going to give you a wonderful and bring you a wonderful balance. The moment of transformation is going to start, and also that in itself, it's going to make you realize that this is something that you wanted to do in such a long time. It's to do with your wish, it's to do with your with something that you wanted to do, but it's also just so important part of your life because it's all about the time, and it's all about the big change that is going to take home, and it's all about the actual success that you are going to have. An important moment in time, it's also going to happen this week, because there is a certain negotiation that you are going to have, and that is going to lead towards your own personal victory. So just remember, your vibration is going to be very strong and powerful. So if you would like to like kind of have a certain negotiation, or if you would like to start something big or start something huge, or you know, like or anything like that, like negotiations in general, this week would be absolutely brilliant indeed, because it is just going to be very victorious, and it's very positive, and it's very strong, and it's very optimistic when it comes to these particular vibrations, which is going to reflect on you in such a way that you're going to find yourself like being so much part of the successful, something very successful indeed. Okay, so also, as I said, if you do need to negotiate it, if you do need to start something big, if you do need to start something huge, if you do need to have a really big beginning, this week will be absolutely mind-blowing, because as I said again, you will go with the flow, you will go with this particular energy, you will go with this particular vibration, and it is going to be also so much so stronger when it comes to the beginning of something really important. And it's also going to be very much so that very important time of suspension, very important time of transition, very important time of change, and very important time of reversal of those things that have been keeping you bored, of those things that just slowly came to an end. Now they're just going to be very vibrant when it comes to you, and when it comes to your life, and when it comes to a certain readjustment that is going to come from you, through you indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, you know, this week I'm so happy because it's all about your justice. You know, something that you wanted to do for a while, and something kind of judgment procedure that you started. Maybe that was like some kind of a court case, or maybe that was some kind of decision that you had to wait for other people to decide for you. It's to do with the judgment, and it's to do with an important procedure, and it's to do with the fact that you're going to have a very good and optimistic outcome. And I'm so happy for you, because I know that this is going to be karmically very important moment in time for you, something that you had to be very patient for, and something that affected your harmony a little bit. But you will know that with a little bit of adjustment and readjustment after this moment, this is just going to make you feel very optimistic, very enthusiastic, and this is all going to be connected to the new, something new, like a new school, new job, new option that is just going to become very significant and integral part of your life. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are wondering about health, my gorgeous Taurinis, my beautiful babies now, it's very important for you to take something like omega-3 essential fatty acids, because you're going to need something like to help you with concentration levels. Very important indeed. So if you can take like omega-3 essential fatty acids from the fish oils preferably, but not the farmed ones, and without GMO, okay, so it needs to be completely natural. But if you don't want to take a fish for whichever reason, then if you can take like a flaxseed oil, which is the plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids, so it's basically like a flaxseed oil, which is also going to help you so much with your concentration levels in general, and it's going to be good for your mood levels and things like that. Very important moment in time, and all for you to take this. And also your eyes are going to be like a little bit sensitive area, so I would like you to take and drink like organic carrot juice. If you could possibly get organic carrot juice and drink it throughout this week, it would be absolutely wonderful indeed. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor or check with your GP whether you can take this fish oil or flaxseed oil supplements or not, because only your doctor or only your GP can actually tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, now when it comes to those of you that are actually when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, oh, your partner is going to have a very important news for you this week. You see, your partner is going to do something very important, very significant. There is the certain success that your partner is getting very close to. But at the same time, your partner, the bottom line is that your partner is going to have a very important news for you. Very important message for you this week. And you will like it, my gorgeous Taurinis. You will like this. Okay, so for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, you see, this is the moment in time to show your vavavoommish energy, to show your vavavoommish power. This is the moment in time when you really literally need to go out there, because your vibration is going to be very strong, and there is a chance of you meeting someone very special. I say a chance because it's not only about this week, but the whole month. You know, from this moment in time throughout the whole month, there is a very strong energy through somebody else that it's about to start shining light on your life, on your particular spiritual journey. But especially those of you that are single and ready to mingy, what you need to do is, in order to get this balance even more enhanced when it comes to your life, you need to go out there, you need to start meeting as many people as you can, and just remember to be yourself. Just remember to be creative. Just remember to do what you want to do. Just remember to go where you want to go. Just remember to be part of what you want to be part of, okay? Just be yourself, because your energy is going to be very strong, and that particular energy, it's also going to be the main responsibility of you meeting someone very, very, very special and very significant indeed. And it's not even going to be that long. That's why I'm saying, my gorgeous Taurinis, soon, you're not going to be single anymore. Okay? The next important, of course, Gemini, the next important sign Geminini, my gorgeous Gem, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my gorgeous Gemini, you are next. My beautiful Geminini, this is also going to be such a significant moment in time. It is going to start with a little hermit moment, which means within the first couple of days this week, there is going to be some kind of situation that is going to be highlighted, something that is just going to come out of the blue, something is going to happen out of the blue, and the particular word is just going to become very significant when it comes to your life, when it comes to your spiritual journey, which means that there is a certain part of your life it's going to be highlighted that you need to pay attention to. Something along the line within the last 11 months it's that you've kind of like missed out on, and something is going to require, it's going to need a little bit of your attention. It's when it's to do with your life, and it's also to do with the people in your life. Okay, and it's to do with a certain necessary changes and adjustments that you're going to need to make. But this is going to be really good because it's going to be an important moment of the actual realization when it comes to somebody very special in your life. It's going to need a little bit of your help, but also it is going to be the realization about your own success and the certain option that you're going to start becoming very much so drawn to, but it is going to require the certain changes to make. And in order for you to make certain changes, you are going to need to kind of like talk to other people in your life. You're going to need to connect to other people in your life, but at the same time, it is all about a certain advice and a certain balance by getting an advice from the right person, through the right person in your life. I really like this because it's also a very important moment in time when it comes to your own success. I'm so happy because this week in particular, it seems like you're waiting for something, you're waiting for some kind of like achievement to kind of kick in. Well, most certainly the achievement is going to kick in this week, which is just going to make you feel really good. It's going to make you feel it's going to give you an overwhelming emotion. It's going to make you realize that you're very victorious, but above all, it's also going to be all on an advanced level, more advanced level than what you thought. And this is when things are going to get really interesting, because that in itself is going to bring you and provide you with a new option, and that option is going to become a new initiative that you are going to have. It's going to confuse you a little bit because you're going to be like, oh no, this is not going to happen, you know. No, baby, no, this is exactly what it needs to happen. First of all, you're going to think that this is something that it's going to take slightly longer time in order to happen, but then again, the certain information that you're going to have through somebody who you know, the certain news that you're going to receive, that you're going to have through somebody who you think of really highly, it's going to confirm that there's something when it comes to your own success, security and power, it's going to be rather positive, and that is going to be directly connected to you actually going towards the certain direction. This is such an important moment in time, my gorgeous Gemini, is because this moment in time it's going to also kind of provide you with a certain situation. You know, you are going to kind of be provided with a certain situation that you are going to be the part of, and you're going to need to react really quickly indeed. You're going to find yourself being surrounded by really interesting people, being part of some kind of dimension that you wouldn't normally be part of, and that is going to be the key. That is going to be the spiritual key, which you're going to do and turn on really wisely, because what is going to happen, you're going to make such an important decision, such a significant decision, but this is going to be a psychic week. This is going to be a ridiculously important moment because somebody who passed away is also at the same time going to keep on giving you messages and sending you all sorts of confirmations about the new stage and the new option in your life which is going to take place. This is also going to be an important moment in time when you realize that your finances and money are just going to, thank God, start improving. This is if you were worrying so much, but also it is going to provide you with an option when it comes to the future planning that you didn't have, and this is purely because of the certain success that you are going to have this week. For those of you who are looking for work and you haven't got a job, you know, maybe this will be absolutely perfect week to actually go for it, because something very special is about to happen to you when it comes to your own personal achievement. You are going to be challenged. You know, somebody's going to try to have a baby little conflict with you. mini little conflict, I say to you, rise above the situation and something is going to be revealed to you. You must not bite back. You must not go low vibration. You just need to rise above the situation, and that in itself is going to be something very wise, and that in itself is just going to also bring you the whole new determination into your life, and something is going to start making sense. And somebody whom you were really worrying about, like so far in your life, is just going to kind of confirm something to you, and it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Gemininis, it's basically, it is going to be a little bit disappointed situation that you're going to have at a certain stage of your life, but this is going to be so good because, you've got a bit of a yin-yang situation. Something is going to become like a little bit stagnant when it comes to the certain stage of your life, some kind of option, some kind of like a path that you took not that long ago. You will abandon this path. You will know that it's time to come to an end, because you will realize that you were worrying about it more than anything else. And that in itself is also going to be so important for you to realize, because at the same time there's some kind of opportunity is going to rise shortly after. But it's all about your balance, it's all about your energy, it's all about your realization, and it's all about your manifestation of your own power and energy, but the actual realizing this very, very important situation in your life, which is going to arise, which is going to make you to make an adjustment, necessary adjustment, but at the same time this is going to provide you with a new option. Okay, so now basically for those of you Gemininis who are actually worrying about health, it is just important to take like a acerola cherry powder, which is what I always recommend you. It's so important, it's so significant indeed. An acerola cherry powder, it needs to be organic, and you take every single morning 1060 milligrams of this powder. You take 1 liter, you'll take 1 liter teaspoon in a little bit of water, you mix it up every single morning, and 1 liter teaspoon of organic acerola cherry powder is going to provide you with 1060 milligrams of actual vitamin C, which is just going to be absolutely wonderful when it comes to restoring vitamin C levels. And I think that you're going to benefit from this like there is no tomorrow. And on another hand, what else I would like to suggest you to get also wheatgrass powder. Wheatgrass powder is going to rejuvenate you. It's going to flush out the toxins of out of the system, and it's also going to help you with an energy levels indeed. If you can take like a actually I take it back, if you can take like an organic wheatgrass powder, it needs to be from New Zealand, please, and take that very first thing in the morning. As soon as you wake up, you take a little glass of water, take a teaspoon, mix it up, 1 teaspoon of wheatgrass powder, and take this, and then take like acerola cherry powder followed, and then these two things are going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow. And also a little bit of stomach digestion that is going to be quite sensitive, it's all going to be sorted with the wheatgrass. But your vitamin C is going to help you so much with the cold and flu symptoms that you're going to have, but also wheatgrass is going to be very good to boost your immune system. Okay, for those of you that are in relationship, this is just an important moment in time for you, both for the couples. It's just so much, because the transformation is going to be really big. Transformation is going to be huge, and something very important is going to start. And to me, it looks like you have both been really busy. You have both been working a lot, so now this is going to be an important moment in time, because it is just the transformation, it's about to start. And the way transformation for both of you is going to start, you're going to find yourself like having lots of energy, you're going to find yourself doing a lot, you're going to find yourself making things, doing things, and you will feel like you want to like change things around you, and that's absolutely perfect, because it's going to happen at the right moment, at the right time. But there is also an important realization that you're both going to have this week as a couple. Watch this space, my Gemininis, watch this space. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, listen, I can tell you go out and have a great time, but there is a little snake in the grass, and you know, I will tell you, I will warn you, there is a snake in the grass, but you're not wearing shoes, okay? Be careful, because that one is going to bite you. So there is somebody negative that is going to be around you, but you're very spiritual, you're very deep, you're very powerful, you're very psychic signs anyway. But there is somebody who is like a user going to be around you. There is somebody very negative going to be around you, and I don't like this person, very low vibration, very low, the lowest of the low, and I don't like it, because all this person, this negative, dirty little spirit is doing is just using people when it comes to materialistic side of life, which means that they don't even need money and finances for anything in particular. They're just so messed up with their own balance. This is what they do. But they're very good looking, you see, but that doesn't matter, because you can be so beautiful, they can be so beautiful, but inside they can be rotten. worms inside. This one has got a worms inside, yeah, but you will be able to notice this, you will be able to sense this, you will be able to feel this. But what I find it quite more interesting is that you're not going to go for this person, but there is some kind of realization that you are going to have through this person that fancies you, that it would want to be with you, but you will know, no, baby, no, there is something not quite right. You will be absolutely right. But most importantly and more interestingly is that you are going to have a really significant info to this particular person, some kind of information that you will be able to take and realize certain insight when it comes to your own problem. This is what I find quite interesting. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my beautiful, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Cancer. Cancerini, you are going to have like a really nice surprise. You thought that you're going to kind of chill out this week. You thought that your week is going to be slightly slower, slightly less busy, but most certainly this week is going to be quite busy when it comes to you, my gorgeous Cancerini, indeed. But it's going to feel really good, because there is something that's going to happen. The certain person is going to come through. The certain person is going to manifest out of the blue and get in touch with you, and that in itself is going to be the beginning of something really special, because it's somebody who means to you so much, somebody who means to you a lot, somebody who's very clever, somebody who's very smart, somebody who's very like intelligent, like somebody who has the right balance, beautiful balance, and somebody who can be secretive sometimes, and that makes it even more interesting. It's going to give you a really important advice that is going to come, and it's going to happen out of the blue. That advice you're going to be able to use in a different ways, in two ways. On one side, you will be able to kind of like prepare yourself for the certain unexpected situation when it comes to the hidden little enemy. But on another hand, you're also going to be able to use that advice in order to make necessary changes, in order to make a necessary adjustment, in order to make a swift change, and especially when it comes to the progress that didn't happen in a really long time. That in itself is actually going to be very wow-woomish moment in time, because it's going to make you feel really creative, and at the same time this is going to push you towards your own particular transformation, and that in itself is just going to test you a little bit, because you were not kind of prepared for something like this, and that is going to be your own test. But then again, at the same time, this is all about a certain wish, about a certain plan, and about a new plan that is going to come through. Plan that you had already, plan that was there already, plan that was very karmically powerful and strong so far, but this is going to have a new insight, and that new insight is going to automatically become a new plan. This is really good, because most certainly this is going to be also very important time when it comes to your personal number this week, your lucky number. It's going to be number 11, and number 11 means that it's a very sacred beginning, very sacred new beginning. It's about to happen to you, and it's so strong, it's very powerful. It's to do with you, it's to do with your life, it's to do with a certain departure, it's to do with a certain journey, but it's most certainly with you taking the whole new stage on, which is just going to be very significant when it comes to new hope, new faith, new inspiration, bright prospect, but most certainly when it comes to moderation and practicality stability and security. And when it comes to the future planning, a very important moment in time. You are about to get a control over a situation, strength, courage, you know, energy, determination, and it's all because of this action that you are going to have, which is on another hand going to give you confidence where you needed confidence, accomplishment, and that confidence that you're going to have, it's also going to help you to deal with a certain problem, to deal with a certain person, and you're going to do so well, my gorgeous Cancerinis. You're going to do so well indeed. It is the sharpness sorry, it is the sharpness that you are going to have, and that sharpness that you are going to have, it's also going to kind of bring the best out in you, which means you're going to be very, very quick to respond. You're going to be very fast. You're going to be super quick. So very good week to do things that you need to be quick at, you know, like very good week like to do things where you feel tested in general, and very good week in order to like to deal with any kind of legalities or anything like that, because you're going to be super sharp, and you will be able to project your energy like very strongly and in such a powerful way that every single part of it is going to be noticed in exactly the way, beautiful balanced way that you would actually want it to be noticed. And that's why this is so important. On another hand, there is going to be like a little bit of like some kind of competition that you are going to be part of, you know, and that competition that you are going to be part of, it's not going to be like, oh my God, you're going to do so great. It is not about that, but it's so important basically to make this noise, to make this sounds like okay. It's like not that I want to make it sound like it's okay, but I don't want you to think that this is going to be competition that you're just going to do bad, because it's not about that. It's about a certain competition that you are going to be part of, but you're going to realize that you're not going to do as great. Wait, you're going to realize that you're not going to do as great, but this is going to be the amazing turning point, because that turning point is going to be so good, because at the same time this is beyond everything you have ever done, because at the same time you're going to have a mind-blowing, life-changing readjustment, where you're going to realize, oh, this is just a wishful thinking, this is just not for me, this just came to an end. And that is just so important. That realization is more important than anything else, especially when it comes to powerful signs like yourself, where you have a power of your mind which is ridiculously powerful and strong, because you above like lots of other signs, like you have got this power of your mind. As soon as you kind of like put yourself somewhere to do something, you know, you just go for it very seriously, and very, very importantly, you make this like a part of your spiritual journey, and that becomes very strong and powerful, and it's something that you achieve much quicker than other signs would, for example. And that's why I'm saying the competition that you're going to have, it's not going to be as successful, but most certainly it is going to be readjustment where exactly you should need to go. And this is going to be an important moment, because you're going to change, something is going to change, you're going to change some kind of mind here, and that in itself is going to be the greatest moment in time for you, because it's also the certain frustration that you had about your life. Now you will be able to deal with it, because now there is going to become like a very beautiful, swift change. And also look at this, it is you, it's about you, so important, because if you don't do this, if you're not part of this competition you wouldn't be able to move on from the certain stage, and that once you move on, you're going to move on, something else is about to come up, and this in itself is going to be life-changing, absolutely life-changing, because you will add up something into your life. You will go towards the new direction. You will go towards the new energy. And this is what this wonderful card means, that you're also going to discover something really powerful and significant about yourself. On one hand, you know, it's a big Z. So it's the big end of this particular journey. It's coming to an end. But the whole new beginning is A. And this whole new beginning, it's about to start, and it's about to change your life. And not only that, but most certainly it's all about the new step, new direction, new option, which is going to help you to rediscover and discover something very special about your life. And that later on is going to become absolutely huge, absolutely massive, and very, very successful moment in time. You're going to have an important karmic redirection, my gorgeous Cancerinis, and this is most certainly going to be absolutely life-changing. When it comes to the actual health, my beautiful Cancerinis, you know, make sure that you are taking calcium, magnesium, zinc, make sure that you are taking vitamin vitamin D, because for your bones again, and for your muscles, you know, and for your skeleton in general, is something that I think that you are really going to really benefit from like there is no tomorrow. But also make sure that you are taking this like a natural supplements without any horrible ingredients. And also vitamin B for the nervous system, for the stress, you know, a little tiny bit of baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, baby stress, just tiny little bit of baby stress that you are going to have here. And that's why I just need you to kind of take things and eat things that are high in B vitamins, or like take B vitamin supplements, but you must make sure they are completely natural without any horrible ingredients or anything like that. And that is going to help you really nicely with your stress levels. Okay, if you're on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor whether you can take these supplements or not, because only your doctor or your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. My gorgeous Cancerini, what else is going to be important? It's actually going to be when it comes to your partner, you know, it's fantastic. I really like it because the balance is going to come back. It's beautiful. I have seen this for the last few weeks. I remember specifically you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, so there is a very good success going to happen, and an option, very important option, is going to be provided for you too this week. Do not miss it, okay? Because sometimes, you know, these options, this karma, you know, this spirit journey, you know, it just shows up in front of us, but then sometimes if we are not ready, you know, it is not going to happen. And sometimes, you know, we can be easily confused with other things that are going on in our lives. But the bottom line is, it's a very good time, very successful, something that you both kind of worked for, and most certainly big wish is going to come true for both of you. But also it's all about difficulties that are going to come to an end that you had, and also it's all about a certain victory and transformation. I like it indeed. Okay, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, oh my lord, you see, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it's an important moment in time. I like it because there is at a moment in time when you're thinking about a new option, new plan, new wish. And this is just also this particular vibration. As soon as you kind of like put your direction towards it, put your energy towards it, you start manifesting things like there is no time, like there is no tomorrow. There is someone very special about to enter your life this week. You may not even know it because it is just a kind of you're looking towards one direction and this person is right behind you. So someone is going to become the part of your journey this week. That person is going to see you first. That person is going to notice you first. That person is going to like you first. So prepare for something really special. But this is only the beginning. When you will know that that person is around you is when you're focusing on some kind of new plan and new wish in particular. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my courageous, my sexy Leo. My beautiful Leonis, you are going to kind of need to help someone out. Somebody is under a stress around you. Somebody's under the stress this week, and somebody's not feeling really well. Somebody who's around you, somebody who you really love, somebody who you really appreciate, somebody who's like a really important part of your life. It could be your partner, it could be your brother, it could be your sister, you know, it could be like, for example, like maybe some like a best friend, you know, but somebody's going to need your help, and somebody's also kind of going to need you to not to take them wrong, because somebody around you is like under lots of stress, and somebody is taking quite a lot, and somebody, that particular person is just like kind of maybe doing things and acting in a certain way that it's actually going to confuse you this week, and you're going to be uncertain. Just remember that that person is under the stress. It is nothing to do with you. It is nothing personal. It is nothing that you have done. But what you can do, my beautiful, gorgeous Leonis, I love your energy. You're very strong. You're very good, and you're very solid. When somebody is going through something like that, somebody is suffering, somebody does need a little bit of help, because that person may not open up that much. That person may not talk, you know. So that's why I'm just preparing you that it's nothing bad, but what you need to do is, because your balance is very strong when it comes to the advice, when it comes to the actual energy, when it comes to the actual the power of your mind. You have got such a beautiful, beautiful, glorious energy around you, about you, and you can make people feel good without even talking. You can make people feel really solid without even talking. You can make people feel better without even talking, just by sitting next to them. And this is your Leonis, this is your significant and very, very unique, powerful, courageous energy that you have. It's very like a sacred, really, in so many different ways. And that's why people extra benefit from you as well. You can be as ecstatic, as energetic as you like, but you're still going to be able to project this calming and beautiful energy that you normally do. So that's why I just need you to use this energy and just a kind of like don't take this person in the wrong way. You will be able to illuminate something very special and very important for them. They will need your help soon. They will need a little bit of your energy soon. They will need some kind of advice from you soon. Not just yet this week, but they are going through something really difficult. So please try to kind of just make sure that you are like kind of like do something for them, buy them something, get them something, do something for them, like buy them a little present, you know, take them somewhere in the forest, or I don't know, do something different, or buy them a present, or do something different, because this energy of something new has got a very strong and particular vibration in situations like this, when people are kind of struggling or people are kind of going through the certain stress. It's just normal, but they will benefit from you like there is no tomorrow. Okay. Also, what else I was going to say, the certain person in your life is going to give you a particular news, and that news that you are going to have is just going to be so good, because it is going to be an important news for you, and it's also going to be at the same time the sign for you that a very big accomplishment happened in your life, and it's going to be the time to move on in the best possible way, because this is going to be the moment when you're going to feel very creative, very artistic, and it's going to be the beginning of your own particular transformation. I'm so happy, because at the same time, you know, you will have a feeling of really great accomplishment, because you were able to see like some kind of hidden enemy in time. It is hidden enemy in time within the last 7 months, and that is going to bounce back, and something is going to be like a very strong and powerful confirmation for you. But also at the same time, this is going to be all about a certain plan and wish that you will be kind of thinking about. You're reaching a very important stage and very important moment in your life, my gorgeous Leonis, you know, and you will be very wise this week. You will be very, very powerful this week. You're going to be like one of the wisest weeks so far, and it's going to feel very deep. It's going to feel very spiritual. It's going to feel very bizarre, but there is something also going to feel like very serene about the whole week. Now, you may not even realize how wise you're going to be. This is because your spirit is going to be able to go that much further, that much far. But this is because we are getting to the certain part of this year, certain part of this month, where the energy is just going to be like a very intense, very deep, and very mysterious and very powerful. But on another hand, that is going to have a wonderful influence and wonderful impact on you, where you're just going to be super wise. Try to look at your picture from a different angle. Try to spend a couple of extra minutes, you know, thinking about something. Try to be very open-minded. Try to look at your life from a slightly different angle. Try to see what you feel drawn to. Try to see especially what big unfoldment you are going to have soon. It is all about the massive wheel of fortune that you are going to be hit with. There is going to be the ridiculously important wheel of fortune you're going to have, which means you're going to find yourself being part of the situation. You're going to be surrounded by a group of people that you wouldn't be surrounded by, and this is when something is going to happen, a big realization, and it's going to require from you to react in a certain way. And this is, on one hand, is going to surprise you. On another hand, something is going to become imminent for you. But then again, the fact that there is a massive, huge change about to happen, it is going to be huge, absolutely huge, because this is going to lead towards one of the biggest changes of your life, because it's going to later on be connected to something absolutely absolutely mind-blowing, very good, very big, and absolutely huge. And it is going to change your life, and it is going to change the life of people in your lives forever, in the best of the possibles of way. Because again, something is coming to an end, but the brand new beginning is just going to take place like there is no tomorrow. This is just so important, because also when you are kind of felt like a little bit restrained for the time of your life, and the time that you felt like you're not enjoying yourself, there were lots of moments when you felt like a little bit low, a little bit bored in the last 11 months. Now this is all going to start making sense, because that new part of your life is going to come with a breath of a fresh air, where you're going to be able to kind of see your life from a slightly different angle. But most importantly, you will be able to express yourself in such a beautiful way, because there are lots of changes that are going to start following after that moment. But also where you felt like you were frequently too restrained, now you will be like, ooh la la, you know, it is just all about you, the connection, your life, nature, this world, the big option, the big change when it comes to your home. You know, it's a lot going to happen, and this is only going to be the beginning. This week is most certainly going to bring you a wonderful adventure when it comes to the new stage in your life being kind of evident to you. It is not going to start then and there, but it's most going to be the big adventure when you will know that there is some kind of learning experience, learning option, like saying hello through some kind of like a spiritual portal. You see, this is going to be an important moment in time, because you will know subconsciously and then consciously that there's some kind of learning experience you're going to become a part of, something that you wanted to do for a while. Learning experience, something that you wanted to do for a while, but now this week it's going to be the moment in time when this is going to take place indeed, because you're going to also find out something about yourself, about the new skill, new option that is going to become rather integral part in your life later on. My gorgeous Leonis, my gorgeous Leonis, my gorgeous Leonis. This is such an important week. I don't even know how to explain. You see, on another hand, you know, you are going to need to kind of move on from the certain person in a certain situation, something that you've tried, something that you know that it just simply came to an end. But at the same time, as soon as you do this, as soon as you realize this, you will know that the whole new feeling of the actual healing energy is going to come through forward, which is going to reflect on you in such a wonderful way. And also it is going to become like a brand new inspiration for you at the same time, because it's all about a certain satisfaction, pleasure, happiness, and this realization about a certain adjustment and readjustment in your life. It's about to bring the whole new balance, which is about to reflect on you and the people in your life in general. What else can I say? My beautiful babies, listen to me very carefully. Listen to me very carefully. I'm gonna say this only once. Hello. No! Okay. No, seriously, listen to me very carefully. You are indeed going to have an omen this week, my gorgeous Leonis. You are going to have an omen this week. This is so important. This omen is going to happen when you are kind of thinking about a certain management. You're going to be thinking about a certain adjustment, okay? And you're going to be thinking about a certain successful stage of your life. So this is the moment in time when you're going to have like an omen. The omen that you're going to have, it's going to happen in a form of a cat. Of course that is going to be a cat. It could be like a puma, it could be like a tiger, it could be like just a little kitty, you know, any type of cat. It's going to be very significant, but it's going to be something to do with the cat, the way it's walking, the way it's running, the way it's moving, its color, its energy, what it's actually doing. It's all going to be a little bit unusual. It's all going to be like a little bit strange. It's all going to be like a little bit different, but then at the same time you will know that this cat is like a very, very beautiful, but very striking, but very unusual, but very different. It is all this different dimension and different energy that is going to bring. At the same time, what is actually going to happen, it's at the same time, this cat, it's going to also means that there is some kind of opportunity that you're going to have. It's about to come. On one hand, this is going to be the confirmation about something really big happening and unfolding in your life. But on another hand, this cat, it's going to mark the beginning of a very special stage in your life where the new opportunity is about to come through, where the new opportunity is about to come forward. And that opportunity is going to change your life, because most certainly it is not only going to be the step in the right direction, but it's going to be all about a certain advancement when it comes to your life. But this is all about the new option that this beautiful kitty is actually going to let you know, okay? And this is all about your life, all about the balance. You see, this is something that is going to affect your life. This is going to be very good. This is going to be very optimistic time. This is going to be very significant time for you, because at the same time you are going to get like a very important advice, and that advice is also going to become the confirmation. It is all about your own justice, my gorgeous Leonis. This week most certainly you are going to get your justice, and it's also going to be the great week to start some kind of negotiation or to start some kind of a justice. Okay, so now what else I was going to say, it is a very, very good sign about this, literally enterprise in the future planning, enterprise, security and power. It is all going to be confirmed this week, and it's so good, because it's going to be very strong situation. It's going to happen. You're going to meet someone very important and very significant this week indeed, who is going to become the part of the picture, who's going to confirm something for you, but most certainly an important moment in time when it comes to your actual future planning. It is all going to start making sense to you, and it's just all about the reawakening and all about the new actual energy, new dimension, which is literally going to take place. It's so good, so good, my gorgeous Leonis, because it's literally connected to the part of your life that you wanted to do in such a long time. But this is a big moment, this is a big time, and it's so much connected to the big change that you need to do, you need to make, but it's just all about the actual moderation. Most certainly this is going to be confirmation that the things are going to start changing, and it's going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. But as I said, you will meet somebody very, very special this week indeed. This week is going to be the time of your rebirth, the time of something really special. You will be able to look at your life from a slightly different angle. You will be able to understand certain things about yourself and about your journey that you couldn't understand before. It's all going to make sense, but most certainly it is all going to lead towards your own rebirth and readjustment and a new option which is about to change your life indeed. Okay, so now basically, my gorgeous Leonis, when it comes to those of you that are wondering about health, this is just so important. It is still the same thing. It's quite sensitive when it comes to, like, for example, like your it's also like a Cancerinis. It's like when it comes to your bones and when it comes to your joints, you see, I need you to make sure that you are still taking like a vitamin D. It needs to be natural, and also calcium, magnesium and zinc, and also even more importantly to take like a fish oils. The fish oils needs to be natural, it needs to be freshly caught, okay, and natural without any GM ingredients or anything like that. And if you don't want to take a fish oils, you can take a flaxseed oil, which is going to work like a fish oil, and it's going to help you not only with your concentration, circulation, but it's also going to help you to keep your joints moist. Very important moment in time. And you could also take a cod liver oil if you don't mind taking fish oils, which comes with a little bit of vitamin D naturally. So this is something that I think that you're going to benefit from, because it's going to help you with your joints, it's going to help you with the skeleton, it's going to help you with your muscles. If you're on any other medications, or if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, just talk to your doctor or talk to your GP, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Leonis, it's basically, you see, when it comes to the actual couples, I mean, it's brilliant. There is a beautiful inspiration that you are going to have through your partner this week, you know, and this beautiful inspiration that you are going to have through your partner this week is going to be very significant, because it's just going to confirm something to you. This is going to mean so much to you, so much, because literally there is going to be like a confirmation that you're going to have, and also because of the actual activity of your partner is going to be very active. Your partner is going to do so much. Your partner is going to be absolutely great. Your partner is going to do absolutely great, and you're going to be like, oh my god, I really like this. You know, you're going to like this determination, some kind of determination that your partner went through, and it wasn't easy, it was difficult, it was heavy at the times and things like that, you know, but it just comes up. It's going to come up as your partner being on top and doing really great, and wow, you will realize how important and how powerful your partner is. And that is going to be an important moment in time, because it's going to raise your vibration to the point where you're going to get like a really wonderful determination and initiative through your partner. It's so good, because I like it, because it's also going to kind of make you feel really good about yourself, and it's just all about the actual some kind of confirmation and realization. But it's just a beautiful inspiration that you're gonna get, and it's just gonna be absolutely brilliant. I like it. But an important conversation you're going to have. Okay, so now when it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Leonis, you are going to be having a great time this week. You're gonna like meet so many people, but it is not going to be the week when you're gonna meet the love of your life, but you are going to meet someone very important who is actually going to become an integral part of you meeting someone very special who is about to come into your life. So it's all about the one step at a time, and this moment in time, it's very important for you to socialize as much as you can, go out as much as you can, enjoy yourself. You are going to meet someone very, very special indeed, but above all, you're going to be like flirting a lot, and this is what you need, because this is going to be very good for your Vavavumish energy, Vavavumish feeling, and Vavavumish confidence, because there is a beautiful feeling that you're going to get through the actual flirting. And sometimes this is all we need. Indeed, you are going to have a great time. So go out there and enjoy yourself, because there are lots of people who are going to return your flirting, and you're gonna like it. Leonis. Okay, so the next sign. Okay, before I do the next sign, I'm gonna come back in a second. I'll be just 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm going. Bye. No, I'm back. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough about a living, make a better place for you and for me. You and for me. You and for me. you and for me, you and for make a better place. I love you so much, my gorgeous Virgolini. Okay, Virgolini, it is your time indeed. Now, Virgos, my gorgeous Virgos, my ever so precious, my powerful, my beautiful, my gorgeous Virgos, I love you to bits. Now, this is a moment in this is the moment in time that it's going to be very important for you indeed, because it's going to be an unfoldment that is about to take place, an unfoldment that it's like so much to do with a long stage in your life, with a long period in your life, because a long time ago you decided to do something, you decided to go down the certain road, and you knew that it's going to take a time. You knew that you just have to like kind of, you have to get along with things, you have to do things, and you have to do things in moderation, but you just knew that there is going to be the really big and massive change that you're going to need to make in your life, that you need to make in your life in order to make yourself really happy, and in order to make yourself really excited, and in order to also go, like on your particular spiritual journey, very much so, much higher. You're about to skip 3 places. This is so important because karmically you were tested, my gorgeous Virgolinis. Karmically you were tested, and it was a very important test that you were under in the last year, and it came so much with you working really hard. You're like kind of doing things, you kind of like making things, you kind of going with the flow, but working and doing things, like if you're retired, it doesn't matter. It depends what you were focusing on, what you wanted to achieve. It is all about this achievement. It is all about this particular energy, and you were so smart, you were so clever, you were tested quite a few times this year, but there was that was the biggest test, whether you're going to be able to endure some kind of working process, whether you're going to be able to endure some kind of situation that took you from one level to another, from one journey to another, and something surprised you because it became slightly more abrupt in a certain way. It became slightly more abrupt when it comes to your particular power, when it comes to your particular energy, but that in itself just helped you quite even more, even a lot. It was like your own confirmation when it came to the fact that you are also about to have a very, very huge, massive, absolutely bombastic, fantastic change that is about to slide into your life. This is going to be absolutely ridiculously important because it's all down to your hard work. It's all down to what you have been doing, what you have been focusing on. You made some right decision, and also one particular judgment that you made within the last 8 months. This is going to be the direct continuation of this. It's just so important because also it is going to be an overwhelming emotion that you are going to have, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time because it is most certainly going to become the beginning of something very, very special. Right from the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you're actually going to have a very significant moment in time because it's the whole new enthusiasm coming through. It's whole new enthusiasm coming forward, but something is going to be on one hand confirmed to you, but it's all about the new initiative that you are going to have, some kind of new option, and you will know. This is all about the new option. Virgolini, listen to me, my bambini and bambinas. This is all about the new option. This is all about you. This is all about your life. This is all about your spiritual journey. This is all about your karma. This is all about your spiritual journey and your life, and you taking it on the whole new level. Something is missing, and what is missing is going to come through this week. Something is missing, and what is missing is going to come forward this week, and it's going to become a new initiative, but it's all about the actual unlimited possibilities. You are not only it's about discovering something about yourself, but you are kind of confirming something about yourself, something that was uncertain, that is going to become an integral part of your future, what you're doing now, but you weren't too sure which way to go. You weren't too sure how to actually do it. You weren't too sure what to actually do in order to come above your life for just a little while and just see your life from a slightly different angle, so you can see how far it would go, how far things would develop and go if you take slightly wrong direction and you change things along along the line. So that's why this is going to be an important moment in time, because this realization, it's going to come through. And also there is someone very important in your life, somebody very consistent in your life, somebody very significant in your life. It's about to give you an important news. The important and significant news that you're going to have, it's also at the same time going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your own rebirth, regeneration and adjustment, which is going to give you an option and chance to actually look at your life from a slightly different angle. But it's going to come to somebody very special and very significant, somebody who knows you and somebody who knows your energy in and out. And those people are so important and so significant in our lives, because they come in when we need them the most, and they understand us, they understand our power, they understand our energy, they understand our manifestation, and they come at the right time, because these people will tell us things differently, because they know us and they know our energy, and that shakes us the most, because we have feelings towards them, and that in itself creates a very strong energy, powerful bridge in between us and in between them. And that's when they say something to us, it hits us much quicker, and we understand it in a much better way, and we see it much clearer. And it's so important when it comes to an unfoldment of the spiritual journey. Something is going to be confirmed to you, but the way this is going to be confirmed is just going to be not going to be what you're going to expect or what you expect. And then that in itself is going to be the beginning of a very important transformation for you, because it's going to surprise you, but it's going to be good. It's going to surprise you, but it's going to be brilliant. You will know that this is a rather wise moment in time. This is a very wise time for you, but at the same time, you will know that you're going to have to be very wise to make a certain adjustment. Very wise. You must not, whatever it is, my gorgeous Virgolinis, you must not rush into any decisions. You just go with the flow. You go along the line, baby. You go with the flow throughout this week. You go with the flows. You know what I mean? So you don't make any decisions, not quick judgments or anything like that. You just go with this particular vibration. You go with the flow and collect as many informations as you can this week, because there are going to be lots of informations that are going to be connected to you. There are going to be informations everywhere, because we're entering this particular stage. So this is all going to be about the land being fertile when it comes to you connecting and collecting informations, what you feel drawn to, just thinking about them, just starting to think about them. You're going to start like some kind of progress or some kind of process that you wouldn't normally start, because purely we're entering in this very powerful and significant dimension indeed. It is the moment in time that is a very good when it comes to the actual big change. You're focusing on a big change, but you will know that there is this certain like a kind of learning experience that you are going to become a part of, but there is also someone very significant that's going to offer something to you. Somebody really beautiful is going to offer something to you, and it's not going to seem like something really big, something really huge, something really significant, but you need to go for it. Please go for it, go for it, go for it. So whoever you think of really highly this week, whoever comes through and offers something to you, please just go for it, because there is also at the same time there's a certain transition and change also going to be connected to that process. Something else is going to come through, something else is going to come forward, because you will purely react in a certain way, and that reaction is just going to shake up the energy a little bit, which is only going to reflect on you in such a powerful way, where it's going to raise the vibration, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because it is going to make you realize that it's, you know, like some kind of hope it's going to come through. And I'm so happy, and it's going to surprise you. Hope which is going to come and happen with an element of surprise. On another hand, you're going to become very passionate about the new stage of your life, but immediately you're going to feel the need to actually make a certain and necessary adjustment and readjustment when it comes to your life. But also it's all about faith, it's all about inspiration, it's all about bright prospects that you're actually going to have this week, and it's all about mixing the old in order to bring something like a kind of into your presence. So which means that there is going to be like a really bizarre connection with your childhood. Suddenly you're just going to start feeling like a very strong connection to your childhood, and every now and then you're thinking, you're going to be like, oh God, you know, why am I thinking about this? Why am I thinking about that? This is because the element of change that is about to happen, that is about to start, that is about to unfold in your life, it's going to have very much so to do, a lot to do with your childhood. And it's also going, not a lot, but there is something kind of happiness that I can tell you that you were like as a child, or happiness that you did have as a child when you were like in your childhood, for example. Now this is going to be a really important moment in time, because that is about to raise your vibration. So you're about to rediscover and discover something very important about your life, very important about your spiritual journey, something that you used to do like a child in your childhood, something that used to make you feel really happy and ecstatic, and made you feel really good. But also that particular thing is going to bring you an insight with some kind of issue that you had, and that issue is going to be connected to somebody else, some kind of relationship that is going to help you to shed a light on a negative situation, but also it's going to help you to make a decision, to see things clearly, to make a decision, and also to move on. Very important moment in time when it comes to you moving on with your life, because you're getting to the point when you're going to kind of make a decision when it comes to your resources. You've got more than you actually need then to move on with your life. This is so important, but also an important abandonment is going to take place. And that abandonment, like only if you would do it like it's an abandonment is going to take place. It means that you're not going to feel like very much so strongly towards the certain stage of your life. Something is going to start changing slowly here, especially when it comes to your own particular direction. I really like it, because you will be tested at the same time, because there is going to be a very powerful realization that you're going to have. But at the same time, instead of feeling negative, or instead of feeling like a nervous and things like that, you're going to feel the great determination, a new initiative, strength, power, success. It's absolutely brilliant, because this is also an important moment in time when it comes to your own prosperity, and when it comes to your own doing something really special, when it comes to your future planning, when it comes to your enterprise, when it comes to your work, career, business. It's absolutely fantastic. I really like this, because you're about to rediscover yourself indeed. What else I was going to say? You see, a psychic week, a ridiculously powerful week, very psychic week, and it's just something, something is going to make sense, and that what's going to make sense to you is going to change your life. And it's just something, my gorgeous Virgolinis, was at the back of your mind for a really long time. I'm talking like the last 36 months. There was a certain change. There was the particular thing that you wanted to do. There was the particular direction you wanted to take. There was the particular direction you wanted to make. There was the particular direction that you wanted to go towards, okay? And especially in the last 7 months, within the last 7 months, that was like, there were like so many confirmations that you had that your life is about to change. Now this is the week when you're going to feel very, very strong psychic feelings, like more psychic than ever, more psychic than normally. And that is going to bring you really important realization. On one hand, something is going to be confirmed to you, and on another hand, there's going to be a really important realization, and also an option when it comes to money, when it comes to career. There's another option that is going to become really significant here. On another hand, my gorgeous Virgolinis, whatever you start this week, it's going to be mind-blowing, okay? This week you're going to start something very special, whether you know this or not. You're about to plant the seed, okay? The tiny, barely visible seed, okay? Just like the oak was at some point beautiful, the biggest oak in the forest was at some point tiny little seed. This is what you're going to do. You're going to plant a little seed this week, okay? And the seed that you're going to plant, it's going to have a massive turnaround. It's going to get back to you. It's going to be absolutely huge, because at the same time you're going to make an important judgment. And the seed that you're going to plant, it's actually going to be it's going to have the second very important stage in June 2020. June 2020, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is going to have a massive impact when it comes to whatever you do here. However you use your power of your mind, however you use your power of manifestation, this is going to be mind-blowing, because this week it's going to make sense like there is no tomorrow, because you will do something, and that particular manifestation is just going to be absolutely mind-blowing. The second stage is going to be in June 2020. 2020. And also, what else I was going to say, this is all about the actual balance. This is going to change your life. This is going to change your power. You're going to become even more powerful. Your energy is going to become even more vibrant, but it's all to do with a certain justice. At the same time, you're going to be given a mind-blowing advice, and that mind-blowing advice that you're going to have, it's also going to be not only going to be good for you, but for other people as well. What else I was going to say, you see, this is going to be the week of justice. My gorgeous Virgolinis, your justice is coming. Listen to me, my babies, your justice is coming indeed. Justice. And the mind-blowing advice that you're actually going to have. Beautiful energy, but also at the same time, very important negotiation that you're going to do really well. On another hand, if you would like to have some kind of justice, some kind of procedure, go for it, because this week you're going to be absolutely on top of the world when it comes to the actual vibration and power. And also, if you would like to have negotiations, go for it this week, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because you're going to do so well indeed. Okay, so now when it comes to your actual health, you see, this is so significant to just carry on when it comes to your to boost your immune system. This time I would like you to use things that I normally tell you to use, but it's just like if you can take like acerola cherry powder every single morning, and if you can take like a wheatgrass every single morning. Wheatgrass needs to be organic and from New Zealand, and acerola cherry powder needs to be organic as well, please. Preferably you take it to an empty stomach. Preferably first take like a wheatgrass, because it's going to help you to rejuvenate yourself, to flush out the toxins, and it's absolutely wonderful to boost your immune system and for the actual energy. So that if you could have on an empty stomach, take one with a glass of water, mix up a little bit of wheatgrass powder, drink it, and then follow that by acerola cherry powder. And then later on, like at around lunchtime, if you can actually take like a fish oil, and it needs to be organic fish oil, or like a fish oil which is like caught, not like a farmed, and also without GMO. Okay, and if you can't take a fish oil, if you don't want to take a fish oil, then I would highly suggest you to actually take like maybe flaxseed oil, which is also plant version of omega-3 fish oil, but it's also it's a plant version, so it's also going to provide you with omega-3. So this is something that I would highly recommend you if you don't want to take a fish, which is fair enough. Okay, and if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor, you need to check with your GP, because only your doctor or only your GP can actually tell you whether you can take this or not. But it's very important, because it's going to help you to boost your immune system, to rejuvenate you, and it's also going to help you to restore your energy and to restore your power. And that little bit of bloatedness, my gorgeous Virgolinis, is the bloatedness of stomach that is going to be quite significant. So that's why wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, is going to be absolutely vavavoom-ish indeed. Okay, now talking about those Virgolinis that are actually in relationship, you see what is going to happen as a couple for both of you this week is going to be very important when it comes to the certain journey. Certain trip or a certain journey is going to become very significant here, and this is something that is just going to kind of be also connected to number 14 for some reason. Number 14, 1-4, is going to be very strong, and it's going to be very powerful when it comes to this particular energy. So if you do go on some kind of trip or journey, then you can just write number 14 somewhere, and that is just going to help you to raise this powerful vibration, and it's going to protect you in all sorts of ways. Not that I'm telling you that you need a protection, but it's just something that is going to raise your vibration in a certain way. But also, it's basically, the bottom line is that there is a certain departure and journey that is going to take place, that is going to involve both of you. You're going to need to do this, and you're going to need to go for it, and you're going to need to kind of do this in order to make a certain achievement. Okay, so that is going to be something that is going to lead you towards some kind of success, which means that some kind of journey or some kind of trip is going to become evident for both of you. Okay, so when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Virgolinis, I can see you going out and having a great time and meeting as many people as you can. You will be returned. You know, there is so much flirting that is going to be returned. There is so much vavoomish feeling that is going to be returned. You know, bad to actually think that there is going to be the love of life that you're going to meet this week. No, baby, no. But it's not going to happen. But most certainly, it is going to be the great week to meet people people, meet people, but because there is a certain realization that you're actually going to have about yourself and about your spiritual journey and about the people who you like this week. It's going to be very important when it comes to your own personal evolution. Okay? The next important sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's of course going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful, my mysterious, my powerful Libra. Libera, Libera, Libera. Okay? Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. Libera, 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 libera. My gorgeous Libra, this is going to be the week of transformation. There are quite a few signs that are going through a very important transformation, and this is nothing unusual because the time of the actual huge, massive transformation, especially for you, my gorgeous Librinas, is starting in September. It's starting right at the beginning. It started right at the beginning of September, and it's gonna go all the way until the end of December 2019. But this is just gonna be so good because it is going to be highly transformative time for you, because you're gonna realize some kind of transformative through the certain information about your own accomplishment, about your own direction. Something is gonna become evident. The new stage, the new option, the new level, the new path, the new very important level and very important path of your journey. It's actually going to become evident here, and it's going to happen in such a way, and it's going to start unfolding in such a way when you're going to start thinking about a certain trip and certain journey. You're also going to think about changing something. You're also going to have a really nice boost of energy, and that particular boost of energy at the same time, it's also going to realize some kind of a danger that you escaped not that long ago when it comes to some kind of somebody who is using people. You know, this is going to be brilliant because for your spiritual journey, this is going to be an incredible moment in time because you will grow here. You're going to have a very strong connection to your home and very strong connection to your family, very strong connection to the certain honor. There is a really wonderful achievement that you are going to have, and you're going to feel so proud of yourself because this achievement is also going to be so much to do, my gorgeous Libras, not only to do with you, but it's to do with the people in your life. It's to do with the people who you love the most and vice versa. So there is a great feeling of fantastic accomplishment and achievement that you are going to have when it comes to the certain stage of your life. In the last 7 months, you made a certain option, you made a certain decision, and you weren't too sure. You decided to prolong something. So now this prolongness that you decided to do, that you decided to go for, that you decided to make, is just going to bounce back, and it's going to confirm, my God, this is brilliant. Not only you did the right job, not only you did the right option, not only you kind of went towards the right direction, but this is also beginning of something very special when it comes to literally adventure in your life, when it comes to enthusiasm, initiative. The whole new initiative is going to come through forward in a form of a hope, faith, and absolutely beautiful, bright prospect. You know, where the future seemed really dark and really weird and really negative, now this is going to have a really nice flip-flop around, which is about to bring you the whole not only new option, but there is something is going to start shining something is going to start shining very, very brightly indeed. I need you to be very careful, not very careful, but before I say this, it is all about the actual really beautiful self-esteem that you are actually going to have, and that self-esteem is just going to raise so much beautiful energy. But it's all about the reputation and support by the right people in your life. You're also going to require some kind of bounce back. back. You're going to kind of want to change something, do something differently, and you're going to need to have a confirmation from somebody in your life, and you are going to get like a support and confirmation, and that is going to mean so much to you, because that is going to be followed by you dealing with like somebody, some kind of negative person in your life, some kind of person that was like a very much so very devilish part of your life, and somebody who was like a maybe making you feel quite negative around them, and somebody who's maybe not having necessarily like things against you or something like that, but it could be somebody who's like a work manager, it could be somebody like who's like a little bit negative, or somebody who's a little bit low. So you are sadly going to deal with that particular person, but it's just, let me tell you, it's going to be really good, because it's not about the conflict, it's about the situation that is going to arise in between you and this particular person, and you are going to surprise yourself the way you're going to react. They will do something, they will say something, you're not going to feel good about what they're going to do or say, but it's actually really good, because at the same time you will have a very sacred balance, at the same time you will be tested, and at the same time the whole new justice when it comes to you, and when it comes to your life, and when it comes to your spiritual journey, it's going to become very, very solid here, because the justice is about to slide in, the justice is about to slide through, and this particular energy, it's going to make you to react in a certain way. Normally you'll be like, no, normally you will maybe like explode or something like that, but most certainly now you're going to react differently, and that in itself is going to be really brilliant, because it's about to not only bring the whole new harmony, but also that is going to kind of make the situation so much better, because you're not going to bite back, you're not going to shout back, you're not going to scream back, you're not going to go low, you will rise above the energy, and they rise above this negativity. So somebody is going to try to test you in this way, little devilish person, and you're going to do the right thing. You're going to put your shoes on, so this snake is not going to bite you. Okay, so this is absolutely brilliant. So you're going to put your shoes on moment. It's just going to raise new energy, which is just going to kind of take you away from the situation a little bit, which is absolutely brilliant. And something is going to happen. You will go home, you will sleep, you're going to have a very strong connection with the spirit guides. My God, very powerful and strong connection, which means that you will be dreaming a lot. This is because the changes are about to happen, and not only one change, but you're going to be followed change after change, which is brilliant, because it's to do with like a lots of things that you have been focusing on, and lots of things that were very stagnant, and lots of things that you didn't see any process. So now they will have a really nice turnaround, and that's why things are going to happen like this in such a complex way, one step at a time. Because when you go home, this is when you have this negative experience, weird experience. When you go home, you will have a strong connection with your spirit guides, with your guardian angels, and they will send you very significant and important information and realization at night while you're sleeping. So by the time you wake up in the morning, you're going to wake up feeling drawn towards this particular certain stage in your life, which is about to unfold, and it's going to become much closer, and it will be much closer for you, not only to realize that your life is about to change, but there are certain elements about your life and about your spiritual journey that you're going to need to pay attention to, because the whole new option when it comes to new plan and new journey, it's going to become evident and available here. So listen, listen for the word that you're going to get through your own dream, from your spirit guides, from your guardian angels, because it's going to help you also with the time when you felt frustrated and the time that didn't move in a long time. And most certainly, this is going to become a swift change, some kind of realization, which is going to be at the same time leading towards a very important moment when it comes to you making a very big decision. And that decision is going to affect literally everybody around you. It's going to require from you to make a certain adjustment, and put a little bit of your wonderful influence. But most certainly, this is going to be a very successful moment in time, and somebody who inspired you so much, it's going to inspire you even more and confirm something to you. But at the same time, they're going to give you life-changing advice. What else I was going to say, you know what, my gorgeous Libra, you are going to have a mind-blowing negotiation this week. So if you're looking for work, if you want to start something big, something huge, go for it. If you want to start something, sign something, go for it. If you want to negotiate something massive, go for it. But there is going to be a negotiation that you're going to have, and it's just going to make you realize something really important about yourself. But at the same time, it's all about advantage. You're going to be surprised in a good way. all about your victory, and also successful negotiation that is going to bring you absolutely mind-blowing option, you know. And this is only going to become the part of you, like, oh my god, it's something very, very good, very important, very significant that you're going to start thinking about. But this is all going to be about your practicality, security, but it's all to remember that this is just the beginning, and it's the beginning of a long process, and it's all about the moderation, okay? There is also going to be like a really an important moment in time when it comes to some kind of departure or some kind of a journey as well. You will make some kind of trip or some kind of journey, and that is also going to be an important moment in time, because whether you go this week or whether you go in a year time, and whether you go like week after, as long as you focus on this particular trip or journey, as long as you make a trip or journey, as long as you book something within this week, in between the 30th September and 6th of October, you're still going to have this powerful energy attached to it, which means that you can book this week and you can go at any other time you want, really, but this energy is still going to be attached to it, which means that there is an idea, very sacred, powerful idea, that you're going to have this trip, this holiday. It's going to be almost like a very on a very significant and very strong spiritual level, because something is going to be provided to you, and something is going to come through as some kind of idea, and it's going to be mind-blowing, because this is going to be this week. It's all going to be about the new inspiration, new power, new inspiration, self-esteem, new option, transformation, confidence. Absolutely brilliant. You will realize that somebody was like maybe not saying the truth to you as well this week. Somebody was dishonest with you, but this is going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, because that in itself is going to make you even more like kind of vavavoom-ish when it comes to the new stage in your life. But look at this. This is all about the new stage, new option. This week, my gorgeous Libra, is literally going to change your life indeed, because the new option that you are going to have, it's going to last for a really long time. It's all about the creativity, creation, new beginning, the birth of something very special. It's like a miracle. It's beautiful and very important moment in time, my gorgeous Libras, indeed. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, you see, it is just so important that you are doing like some kind of like meditation. You're going to be like all over the place when it comes to your psychic feelings and things like that, and you will be able to connect in so many different ways. It's always important to remember to ground yourself. Try to like go outside and spend some time in the forest, like by the water, or maybe try to like ground yourself by having your hands, like for example, on the ground like this, you know, and just imagine this beautiful white light, silver light all around your body, all around you, you know, just focus and imagine, you know, while you're having hands like on the ground like this, every single like this beautiful light going through your finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger on each hand like this, you know. And because remember, the power of your mind is very strong. Our mind is the energy, our thoughts are the energy. So just by thinking of the silver energy or white energy, white beautiful bright light around you, you're also like feeling it, you're having it, you're making it, you're sensing it, you're living it. So that's why I'm saying, just make sure that you 3 times you imagine like that light going through your hands down into the ground. 3 times it goes in, come back, goes in, come back, goes in, come back. And this is the way you rejuvenate your energy. This is the way to rejuvenate your power. But at the same time, there's something is going to be very important. It's going to be revealed to you, some kind of information, some kind of message that you will get later on throughout the week, that is just going to come out to you out of the blue, and it's just going to come from you having the right moment in life when it comes to the actual balance indeed. Okay, what else I was going to say is just so important for you to take, like for example, like as well, like omega-3 essential fatty acids, because it's going to help you a lot with concentration levels. So I would highly suggest you to get like a fish oils. It needs to be like a caught fish, not like a farmed fish. It needs to be like non-GMO fish. And also it's basically, if you have a problem with the fish, then you can just go for like a flaxseed oil, which would be like the plant version of omega-3 essential fatty acids. I think this is going to be brilliant for you, because it's going to help you with the concentration levels. It's going to help you with the way you feel. It's going to help you like to focus, and it's also going to be good for your eyes, because your eyes are going to be quite sensitive. And also when it comes to your bloatedness, my gorgeous Libra, there's going to be like a slight like a negative energy when it comes to your stomach. And please, the very first thing in the morning, take New Zealand wheatgrass powder. New Zealand wheatgrass powder. You take a little glass of water on an empty stomach. You take a teaspoon, mix it up, and just drink it, on an empty stomach. And this is going to help you to rejuvenate yourself. It's going to help you to flush out the toxins. It's going to help you with your stomach. It's going to help you with your bloatedness. It's going to help you with your digestion. It's just going to help you in general, and it's absolutely brilliant indeed. Okay, if you're on any other medications, and if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP, because only your doctor or only your GP can actually tell you whether you can take this with your existing medications or not. For those of you that are actually in relationship, my gorgeous Libra, you see, it's just so important, because it's like absolutely brilliant. Your partner is going to do something, and that is going to refresh your relationship. That is going to make you feel both rather vavavoommish, and you're going to like it. I'm not saying that you needed refreshing, I'm not saying that you needed vavavoommish time, but most certainly it is going to be a very good time when it comes to like making love. Very good time when it comes to vavavoommish energy. Very good times when it comes to people like enjoying themselves, people having a great time together. And it is going to happen purely because the energy is changing, but at the same time you're both going to kind of be very optimistic, because you will know that there is an option going to become very soon available for both of you when it comes to something luxurious. You're going to both be able to kind of go for and start, and that in itself is going to make you feel really, really good indeed. Very, very good time for the couples. Okay. When it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Libra, you're also like going to be on top of the world. Your energy is going to be very strong, in particular this week. When you're projecting radiance, you will be able to like kind of project radiance to whoever you want to. When you have the right balance of being able to do this, make this, project this, when you want to, then the balance is even more powerful indeed. You will enjoy yourself. You will have an absolutely great time indeed. But you need to remember that there is someone, oh God, so annoying, but it happens, but it's just so important to happen. Somebody from the past is going to try to return, and it's not as much as about them. It's not as much as about what they do, how they feel, but it's about you, my gorgeous Libra, because you need to make sure that you kind of closed a certain door, because you're very deep, you're very spiritual, and sometimes you can focus on someone and you don't realize that you closed all the door around you, so you don't let anybody to come through, anybody to come forward. And that's why this is an important moment in time, because you're going to realize that someone is now part of the past, and you may even not realize this you're still kind of focusing on someone that you shouldn't. So this is going to be an important moment. You need to realize who is going to come back into your mind that was like your old lover, your ex-lover, or something like that. And you need to realize that it's time to close the door, my Libra. As soon as you close the door, 10 new doors are going to open. But this is highly powerful time when it comes to your karma, your vibration, or your energy. So everything is going to be speeded up after that moment in time. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful Scorpio. Scorpio, come out to play. Scorpio, come out to play. Come on, come out to play. Scorpio, my gorgeous Scorpione, I love you to bits. There is something very unusual you will be part of. There is an unusual experience that you are going to have. But of course you're going to like that, because you like anything mysterious, anything unusual. And this is exactly what it needs to happen, because this is going to be the start of the very important progress, the start of the very important process in your life, my gorgeous Scorpiones, indeed, because you're about to discover something through this. You're about to realize something through this, and you will think that, what, I don't care, I just want to live my life, and I just want to be happy. I'm not saying that you're not living your life, and I'm not saying that you're not happy, but I'm saying that through this bizarre and mysterious experience, you're about to find out something very significant about your life, which is going to become an integral part later on, but you will not even realize how big, how important, and how powerful powerful and how significant this part of your life it's actually going to be. Very, very important part of your life, because this is going to be not only the time when you're going to get like a very significant balance, this is also going to be the time when you're going to make an important decision, and that decision in itself is going to become in the moment, if in time when you had like an indecisive situation going on for a while. So now you're going to make a very important decision, and that in itself it's going to become like the part of awakening, and that is just going to be so good, because at the same time it's going to bring you the whole new hope, whole new inspiration, because it's going to become the beginning of something very, very significant in your life, because that is going to inspire you. You're going to start feeling really good. You're going to start, you're going to look in the mirror, you're going to be like, hello darling. No, I'm not saying that you don't like yourself. I'm not saying that you don't fancy yourself. I'm not saying people should fancy themselves, but people should really definitely love themselves first. People should like themselves first, and then other people can do this, because whatever you do, you're just projecting things out through the mirror. You are like a mirror towards the world. So you're going to have a very important mirror reaction here, mirror realization, mirror reflection indeed, my gorgeous Scorpiones. And that is just also going to put you in touch with a certain person, but which is going to happen with somebody. It's actually not that, but this particular vibration is just going to invite somebody into your life, somebody who you didn't talk to like for a really long time, for a while, and most certainly that particular person is going to get through, and it's going to give you some kind of news, some kind of information, and that is just going to be so good to you. It's going to mean to you so much, but at the same time it's going to make you kind of make a certain adjustment or certain readjustment when it comes to your life, but especially when it comes to the part of your life that made you feel a little bit ruined or a little bit painful, the certain stage that kind of affected your determination, which means that it's connected to the, not failure, but a certain part of your life in the last 24 months didn't expand, or it didn't develop, or didn't unfold as you would want to. There was like a change needed, swift change needed, and became really stagnant. So this is all going to start making sense, because most certainly this is going to be directly connected to the time of your life when you had difficulties in making kind of new projects. So now this is going to be like a really nice turnaround, because by the strange choice of events, you're going to come across the situation when you're going to make a decision that you would never normally make. But this is most certainly going to be the integral part of your future, especially when it comes to the certain justice, the beginning of something very special, the beginning of some kind of enterprise. But you just need to be wise, because this is all about a certain fulfillment, certain satisfaction, pleasure and happiness that you didn't feel in a really long time, which is about to come through this week as a rebirth and rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow. Do you know, it is all about the motivation. Motivation from somebody through somebody is still going to be quite significant, and that particular motivation is also going to burn the flame within you. It's going to burn the flame within you, which means that there's a certain passion that you will be able to go for, something that you knew it's your passion, something that you knew you want to do, and something that you couldn't do because you felt like your hands were tied at the back. And this is because karmically it wasn't the right moment in time. You had to deal with the certain things on your spiritual journey. So now this is going to be your absolutely sacred week, my gorgeous Scorpiones, because it's this beautiful motivation that you had. On one hand, it's going to help you also like to realize some kind of like some kind of not bad situation, but an unknown danger. This is going to help you to realize an unknown danger, and you will be dealing with an unknown danger that is going to manifest and happen in your life in a way where how you wouldn't normally deal with. So you're going to be very compassionate, something about you being nice, something about you being open-minded, something about you being very, very optimistic, something about you being very level-headed, something about you being very reasonable. The the way you're going to act and react when you come across this unknown danger, it's going to surprise you, but this is going to be so important because you will act and react in a compassionate way, and that is going to be really important moment in time, because at the same time that is going to be become the part of some very, very huge, massive, inspirational time. At the same time, this is going to be so important because this is going to be the birth of something very, very, very special, which means that this is going to be probably one of the most important stages in your life, my gorgeous Scorpionis, because you are about to start something that is going to be solid, that is going to be strong, that is going to be powerful. It is going to secure your future, and it's going to last for a long, long, long time. But most certainly it is going to make sense. It is going to make you feel really optimistic. It's going to make you feel really good. And after this moment in time, you are going to have such a wonderful and mind-blowing determination, which is just going to make you feel so good. And it's also going to give you strength, activity, power, and it's all about the success. When it comes to the actual finances, financial situation, this is going to be an amazing moment in time. And this is also going to be the great week when it comes to the actual healing. The conclusion of the problem that was so annoying, and especially in the last 3 months, there is a conclusion of the problem that is going to come to an end, and you will need to make a certain adjustment, but it's going to feel good. It's going to be good because at the same time it's going to bring you wonderful healing. It's going to be a very optimistic time, but it's also going to make you feel very, very artistic. You're going to suddenly feel all this wonderful energy, and that in itself is going to make you realize that this week, my gorgeous Scorpionis, Scorpio, come out to play, things are going to start changing. I'm so happy for you, because something that you wanted to do in such a long time, when it comes to the certain maybe addiction or something like that, you're also going to be able to make this. And when I said the addiction, it could be absolutely anything, don't get me wrong, please, but whatever you think that you are not being balanced with, now there is a wonderful balance going to come through forward, and you will do something really beautiful and sacred, which is about to literally change your life. But on another hand, it's the beginning that is going to become absolutely everything, because you will see enthusiasm you didn't see in a long time. You will see the great initiative. Something is also going to come through forward. Something is going to be offered to you, and it's going to be mind-blowing when it comes to your life, when it comes to your accomplishment, when it comes to apprenticeships and things like that. When it comes to the next stage and the next level of your journey, this is going to be absolutely amazing, because it's all about the new initiative that is going to come through something new. On another hand, it is all about the possibilities that you are going to have that you didn't have before. And these possibilities are going to open up the world of whole new possibilities after that. So this is how significant and this is how important this is going to be because this is going to be almost like a holy obsession, like a sacred obsession that you are going to have. And it's all about the new beginning, my gorgeous Scorpionis. You're going to have a little challenge and you're going to do absolutely great. Your justice is coming, your justice is coming, your justice is coming. Something that you've been waiting for a long time, maybe some kind of legal procedure, maybe some kind of people needed to make some kind of decision for you. It depends. However, your justice is coming and it's going to put a big smile in your face, and at the same time you are going to be told something that is about to change your life. Certain information, certain advice. Indeed, you are going to have a wonderful option by the end of this week, and this is only going to be beginning like financial option which is about to change your life, my gorgeous Scorpionis. This is going to be absolutely incredible. When it comes to those of you that are wondering about health, you're just going to need to carry on taking, please, echinacea. Echinacea is the actual herb that is quite important and very significant when it comes to cold and flu symptoms, because they're going to be quite more significant when it comes to you, when it comes to this week, my gorgeous Scorpionis. So echinacea, it's a natural herb that has been used like for hundreds of years, and it has got this ability to boost your immune system by increasing the white cells count in the body. I highly suggest you to take echinacea in a tincture form, or maybe in a capsule form if you prefer, but it needs to be pure echinacea. And it also kind of, you take this for a while, for like about 5 or 6 weeks, and then you take a couple of weeks break, then you take for 5 or 6 weeks again, then you take for a couple of weeks break, and then you take a longer break. You don't take this like all the time, you just take it every now and then, but especially when the winter months are, or at the time when the cold and flu are quite prominent, this is fantastic because people take this and people sometimes don't don't get absolutely anything when it comes to cold and flu with this. This is how powerful echinacea is. But also it is an acerola cherry powder is a must, because acerola cherry powder, again, it's completely organic, natural needs to be. And you take 1 little teaspoon every single morning in a glass of water, you mix it up and you drink it the very first thing in the morning. That is going to give you a whopping 1060 milligrams of vitamin C by that 1 little glass, and it's natural, and it's very important for you to take this. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant, if you're breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP whether this is going to interact with your existing medications or not. When it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to surprise you with something this week. Your partner is going to do something nice for you this week, and you're going to like it. And this is going to be so important for you, because from one hand, you're going to realize something quite important about your partner. On another hand, there is a certain success that is going to be connected to that through your partner, that is just going to be projected on you. So this is going to be quite deep and very spiritual and very important part of the progress of your relationship. So your partner is going to surprise you, but they're going to do something for you, they're going to get something for you, but at the same time they're going to tell you something very important indeed as well. Okay, so now God, I can't talk. Now, basically, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, there is actually a very important gathering that you're going to be part of. Very important gathering where there are going to be people around you that are similar to you, okay, this week. And these people are going to play an important role in you meeting someone very, very special. You're not going to meet them this week, you're not going to meet this particular person this week, but the fact that you're going to be part of this gathering, it's going to also at the same time be the beginning of some kind of entrance, which is going to allow this very, very special person to come forward. It's almost as if you're going to be the part of the certain ritual. So you're going to be surrounded by the people who think similarly to you, who are very loyal in many different ways, and this group, this ritual, these people are going to be responsible for someone very special who's about to enter your life, my gorgeous Scorpionis. So watch this space. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful, my beautiful Sagittarius. Saggittarini, you are going to have a very sacred moment this week, and the sacred moment that you are going to have is going to be so much to do with your little hermit moment. So it is going to last one day, your hermit moment, and this is going to be very significant because it's going to help you to make a decision with the problematic part of your life that was bothering you, that was kind of affecting you for the last 13 months. So this hermit moment is going to be so significant. You know why? It's going to be more powerful. When I say hermit moment, obviously I'm talking about the fact that this week, one of the days, but more like at the beginning of the week, at around the beginning of the week, you're going to feel very, very strong connection with the spirit guides, with your guardian angels, and with your subconscious mind. Your third psychic eye is going to be very enhanced, which means when you feel a strong connection with this at around this time, when it's like October, like, oh my God, when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its thinnest, means that you will feel the need, like you want to like move away from the people, like just have a little bit of time out. You will feel the best when you go like for a few hours and spend the time with yourself, by yourself. That's the hermit moment. That's the hermit moment where people normally think, oh yeah, you just need a time out. You need to be by yourself. When it comes to you, Sagittarini, when it comes to your life, when it comes to your week, when it comes to this month of October that we are about to enter, it's going to be absolutely fantastic, a Valavunish combination, which is about to actually put you in touch with your spirit guide. And there is going to be the realization through that hermit moment that you are going to have, which is make you a kind of pinpoint a certain problem, certain situation, certain area of your life where you're going to be able to really make a decision. It's just so indecisive that you were in the last 13 months, but you know you need to do this. You know you need to make this. It's time for changes. It's time to move on. So this Hermit moment is going to be like super important for you. For once, it's going to give you the green light. You know, it's time to move on, time to go for it. But also it's going to help you like with an indecisive time in your life to actually make this decision by being sharp. So you're going to make a very, very important decision, which is going to be very sharp, very quick, and very significant. And I'm saying very sharp, quick, and significant because it's like connected to the long part of your life that you were uncertain. You were indecisive when it comes to this, and that is going to be so good because it's going to make it to make this decision, and it's going to be life-changing because on one hand it's going to give you control over a situation. Immediately you're going to get and you're going to gain certain balance, and this is all because of the strength, courage that you are going to have, confidence, you know, accomplishment, and that in itself is just going to make you feel very like action. It's going to bring you this vibration within you, inside you, where you will want to like kind of explore as much as you can. You will want to make a certain action, and this is all very important because that particular balance is going to come through. You're going to make a certain judgment that is going to be very important, but almost certainly this is going to be the beginning of transformation, and you will want to change things around, and this is nothing unusual, and you're gonna like it because at the same time some certain progress is going to be confirmed to you. Good news that you are going to receive about your finances and about your financial situation, so that is going to bring something quite interesting to look forward to, much closer when it comes to your future planning. But also it is just so good because you're about to find yourself in a really good way when it comes to your particular power, particular confirmation, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your security, when it comes to your power. And it's brilliant. It's the beginning of something very special, but at the same time this is about to bring you the whole new hope, faith, and inspiration, and something very unusual. It's also going to happen to you like an unusual situation when it comes to your own spirituality. There is some kind of very important beginning going to arise here, and this is purely because you're about to enter a very, very interesting dimension when you're going to have the completely new harmony, which is about to bring together into perfect union something quite significant in your life, which is going to require a little bit of management from you and certain adjustment that is about to make sense, which is going to come through and manifest through to the certain inspiration from somebody else. It is just such a good moment in time because also good news and important news you're going to receive, something that you wanted to do for a long time, something that you waited for a long time, but you just knew it takes time because this in itself is going to bring you wonderful reflection when it comes to your home, and also when it comes to certain happiness, joy, pleasure, peace, but it's most certainly big change when it comes to your home, good time when it comes to your reputation, support by somebody, support by the community, which means that you are about to announce something very significant and important about your life, about certain change. But this is going to bring you wonderful support, and that is going to be so much to do with something that you wanted to do and something that you were really hoping kind of to have. When it comes to the actual possession, you know, there is something very significant that is going to happen when it comes to your own possession. Whatever this is, whatever you think that it's your possession, whatever you think that it requires a little bit of your energy, a little bit of your power, a little bit of your adjustment, you need to do it because this week is going to be the week of growth, week of progress. So wherever you put like your kind of mind towards to, that is going to grow so much more further, so much quicker, and so much higher. So especially if you have something that you own, like your own possession, it is going to require certain adjustment, certain readjustment. If I'm talking about a flat or something, maybe you should buy like a little black tourmaline rock and just put it into the flat, just the protection, for the protection in general. Or you would want to buy like a little plant and put a gorgeous little plant, you know, for the protection in general. It all depends. This is all like a tempering with this energy. It's all about adjustment, readjustment, and it's all about making and creating new vibration by bringing something new into the environment as well. It is indecisive situation that you are going to have, and the indecisive situation that you are going to have is just going to be so good, but at the same time it is going to be the beginning of something very important, the beginning of adjustment, readjustment, regeneration and rebirth. There is a beautiful burst of energy that you are going to have, that you're going to feel. And also when it comes to your apprenticeship and things like that, there is some kind of new option. It's going to become evident, absolutely brilliant. It is the great week when it comes to having control over a situation, but especially when it comes to getting to the really important stage in your life. It's an important justice that is going to take place as well. My Lord, it's very, very interesting how many signs are actually having something to do with the justice. But then again, when we get to this particular part of the year, it is September that it starts a very big unfoldment and energy starts changing, and then by the time we get to the December, something very important is actually going to happen. It is the same thing with you, my gorgeous Sagittarius, because you're going to make a very big you're going to make a certain choice. There is a new option that is you're going to have, and you're going to make a certain choice, and that in itself is just going to be able, and it's going to give you a chance to look at your life from a slightly different angle, and that in itself is going to help you to illuminate certain stage, and you will know the change is coming. You will need to make a certain adjustment because you will have the strength and power and accomplishment and confidence like you didn't have in a really long time, and that is going to become the beginning of a very important change in your life, because it's going to give you a chance to express yourself in a slightly different way, and that in itself is going to become absolutely everything. You're going to come across the situation and you're going to make a very wise decision. It is going to be an option that you will have, but the decision that you will make is going to be a little bit different to what you would normally go for. It is not going to make sense to you straight away, but then later on you will see that this will be most certainly the wisest decision that you could possibly actually make in a really long time, because on one hand it is going to mark a significant ending of the certain stage in your life, but then on another hand you will see that this is going to be something so important, and it's going to help you to kind of express yourself, and you're about to discover something about your skill, something about yourself that you're absolutely ridiculously good at, and something that is going to become an integral part of your life, an integral part of your future indeed. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Sagittarius. I don't even know what to say. It's just so good. Look at this. It's all about the swift change. It is all about the stagnant situation going away. It's all about the change. It's all about you working so much, and most certainly I will tell you something. There is a certain thing that you're going to do this week, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Whatever you do, whatever you start, whatever kind of manifestation you start, you're most certainly going to do really well. Whatever you do and whatever you start, most certainly you're going to do really well, because this week you're about to start something very important. You're about to manifest something really important, and it's going to be tiny, but it's going to be very big, and it's going to be very significant. In fact, you will start something, let me tell you, and August 2020, it's going to be very successful when it comes to that start. It's going to be very progressive. It's going to be very big. It's going to be very huge. It's going to be very significant, and it's going to be massive next stage of whatever you planned this week. Actually, it's going to be in August 2020 indeed, but it's going to happen in such a way where there is going to be a superb moment in time, because it's going to be swift change. You will be on the wings of change, which means that this vibration is just going to make and create everything much quicker. Very important negotiation you're also going to have indeed, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Very important negotiation this week, okay? So watch this space. Watch this place. And also on another hand, if you would like to have a negotiation, then this week is going to be absolutely brilliant indeed. When it comes to your health, my gorgeous Sagittarius, you see you are going to have a lower back. Your lower back is going to be a little bit sensitive again, and this is something to pay attention to, especially when you're sleeping. You make sure that you sleep in the correct way. Try to sleep throughout the week on your side. Try to have a really good quality pillow. Try to have a pillow in between your legs. You see, this is what I'm saying, that this is so important. So to sleep on your back, because that is going to give you a chance to actually your back to relax and or in a certain way, like they wouldn't normally react. Your back wouldn't normally relax like that, you see, unless you put like a pillow in between your legs. And on another hand, please just make sure that you take acerola cherry powder. It's ridiculously important because it's going to help you to boost your vitamin C levels, and I think this week is going to be something quite important. Organic acerola cherry powder, if you can take every single morning, if you can take like 1 glass, mix it up with the water and drink it, and that is going to give you 1060 milligrams of vitamin C, which is going to help you a lot with your rejuvenation. And also make sure that you are taking wheatgrass, New Zealand wheatgrass powder, organic, every single morning. Even before acerola cherry powder, first take a wheatgrass, mix it up with water, drink it, and then after that wait a few minutes and then have like acerola cherry powder, wheatgrass, because it's going to help you a lot with like a bloatedness and like a slightly negative energy when it comes to your stomach. So this is going to help you with the digestion and bloatedness, and it's going to help you to rejuvenate yourself as well. Okay, when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, this is so good. This is an important moment in time, and it looks like something that you have been both working really hard on. Okay, something that you have been both like focusing on really hard. It is going to be very important moment in time when you will see that the outcome of the past effort is going to be very significant here, which is going to lead towards your both lives as in rebirth. Very important rebirth when it comes to your relationship, because you're reaching a very important stage when it comes to your own rebirth, and when it comes to your own past efforts that you have both put in. There is a life-changing option that you're both going to be provided by. When it comes to those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Sagittarini, pay attention, because there is someone very special that is going to enter your life this week. There is someone very special that is about to come into your life, that is about to walk into your life and change everything. One step at a time, because you will not even realize who this person is just yet. This person is going to come across like somebody like everybody around you. The energy is just going to be as unique and as maybe like a kind of unique. The energy is going to be completely unique, but this person is going to blend in the background. This is purely because it's the process, the way it's going to happen, the way it's going to start, the way it's going to begin, the way you're going to meet this person, the way this person is going to enter your life. It's going to be slightly different, but most certainly this person is going to be around you for the first time this week. Okay, this person is going to be around you when the opportunity arises, when an invitation or opportunity arises, and it's all about the advancement, all about the certain request, all about certain challenge, proposal and proposition. This is going to be the moment in time when this person is going to start manifesting. Just watch this space, my gorgeous Sagittarini, watch this space. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Capricornius. My gorgeous Capricornius, I love you to bits. You know what? You're going to kind of like the beginning of the week, somebody's going to be like a little bit naughty. Somebody's going to be like naughty in such a way, because there is going to be like a little bit of dishonesty that you're going to have, that you're going to see, that you're going to realize through somebody. This dishonesty that you're going to realize to somebody, this is so good, because it's just like a kind of gonna make you feel a little bit negative. It's gonna leave like a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth, but at the same time it's going to help you to escape the negative situation. It's also going to help you to escape like the situation where you could have been in danger. So it's going to be like a little bit of a yin-yang moment. Somebody that you're gonna be a little bit like surprised about, somebody that you're not gonna like the fact that this is going to happen, but then at the same time this is going to be so important, because you will know that certain departure, certain journey is going to become completely connected to this situation straight away, especially when it comes to you, especially when it comes to some kind of new plan, and especially when it comes to some kind of new wish. All this wouldn't become so vibrant and so significant unless the situation happened. So this is also going to be an amazing moment in time, which is going to give you Vavoomish energy, power and strength in order to move on with your life. And especially at the same time, this is going going to be a significant moment in time, because the certain invitation that you are going to have, certain opportunity that you are going to have, which is going to become the part of, on one hand, it's going to make you feel a little bit cautious, but then on another hand, this is going to be good because this is all normal. This is going to be very significant, and this is going to become the part of the very important and significant transition in your life. It's all about the change. And it's also all about the certain elements and part of your life that you find like kind of unusual and kind of boring and kind of low energy. In the last year, you were like kind of focusing, and you were like kind of keep on thinking like, what would you like to change? You know, keep on thinking. You were like focusing on it like subconsciously, or where you were sleeping. You were very intense, you know, because there are 4 different areas, 4 different paths, 4 different stages of your life this year that you were like paying attention to, that you were like kind of focusing for, you know, and this was all part of your very much so sacred experience. So this is all going to make sense, and the transition and change is about to start. It's about to start, and you will know that it's a little sacrifice that you are going to need to make, a little sacrifice that you are going to need to make, and that in itself is going to be an important moment in time, because it's going to make you realize and confirm that you need to readjust something. But in order to do that, you're going to need to make a certain change, and in order to do that, you're going to need to get a certain courage. You're going to need to gain a certain courage, and most certainly because you are having your own regeneration and rebirth at the same time, this is going to be the time of courage when you will have the very strong control over situation. You will be very good when it comes to like every type of competition. You will be very good when it comes to every type of challenge indeed. So this is also going to provide you with an option to keep going and apply for as many jobs as you can and things like that, because there is something mind-blowing going to come through. And it's not only about that. See what you feel drawn to, what makes you feel really good, what puts a really big smile on your face, what makes you feel really varavoomaish, what makes you feel really victorious, what immediately makes you feel really good. That is going to be your answer, because through your own enthusiasm, through your own optimism, you will get your initiative, and you will get your sign, you know, you will get your omen. And on another hand, you need to watch for the wolf, you need to watch for the dog, you need to watch for the coyote, you need to watch for this type of animal, because once you see this type of animal, you will know that very soon, it's all going to be about timing. Your rebirth is coming, and the new option is going to come through, it's going to come forward, and it's going to literally change your life. So this is what is going to happen once you see your omen, which can be dog, any type of dog whatsoever. It is something very significant and important, the way they're going to walk, the way they're going to like run, or the way the energy is going to be, their color, and the way you're going to feel. But most certainly, once you see that, you will know that the time is near. You will know that the time for changes is near, and the new option is about to come forward. And that is going to be the beginning of the certain time when you're going to be ready to make a certain sacrifice, readjustment, and that is going to lead towards your own regeneration and rebirth. My Lord, Capricornius, what do they even say, what do they even do? You know, this is going to be such an important time, because you've got a wheel of fortune, you've got an omen, you've got a wheel of fortune as well that is just about to come through forward. And the wheel of fortune, it's also going to kind of like make you react slightly differently. First of all, you're going to be part of the bizarre situation, surrounded by the people who you wouldn't normally be, and also you will be thinking about some kind of justice at the same time. This is going to be so good, because you are also going to realize that your life is going on a really wonderful advancement indeed, and that is just going to also help you with a certain conclusion. The conclusion that you're going to have, it's going to help you like to deal with a certain issue, certain problem, and that in itself is going to confirm something to you on one hand, and also it's going to confirm to you that it's time to move on. It's absolutely brilliant, because the problem is going to come to an end, and that particular problem is also going to bring you wonderful, inspiring energy, which is just about to bring wonderful healing at the same time, because this is all about an advancement, and it's all about you taking your life on the next level. But it's all about also a little bit of indecisive feeling you're going to have. And guess what? The strong connection with the childhood is going to happen at some point this week. And when I say strong connection with the childhood, some something that is so much so connected to your childhood is going to become the part of your nowadays, the part of your life now. Not only you're going to need to bring this now here to kind of carry on with your life, with your happiness. It's very important, integral part of your change, but it's also going to help you with a certain issue. It's going to bring you an insight when it comes to the certain problem and certain issue. But the bottom line is this is something that was missing, and it's going to put a big smile on your face. Okay, when it comes to the actual somebody from the past, it's also going to return into your life. I really like it, really friend, like somebody who you haven't seen in a really long time, somebody who you know for a really long time. It's about to return into your life. You think about them very highly indeed, and they are going to tell you a very important news and very important information as well. On another hand, you will be facing a big change when it comes to your home. You will need to react in a certain way. You will need to like kind of give a little bit of input, but the bottom line is it's because you're getting to the certain stage when it comes to money, when it comes to finances. This is going to be really great week, and that in itself is just going to become an important part of something very significant which is about to start here when it comes to your home, when it comes to big change and things like that, and manifestation. You're also going to be able to do something really big, something significant, something huge, and you're going to feel proud of yourself, and also people around you are going to feel proud of you as well, and that in itself is going to mean to you so much indeed. Okay. Now, when it comes to those of you that are actually wondering about health, my gorgeous Capricornians, when it comes to those of you that are wondering about health, this is such an important moment in time, because it's going to be something that it's the liver and kidneys that are going to be quite significant. Liver and kidneys, it's something that I'm going to need you to pay attention to indeed. So it's the dandelion tea. It's absolutely brilliant. Dandelion, like a herbal tea, it's absolutely brilliant. It's fantastic indeed. Please try to drink dandelion herbal tea. It's fantastic. Try to get it organic and things like that. On another hand, what else is rather important, if you can make your own smoothies throughout this week, is so significant, like a blackberry, blueberry, goji berries, gooseberries, you know, any berry, any berry, raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, you know, strawberries, any berries, please, if you could get them organic and make your own smoothies and try to drink this throughout this week. This is going to be wonderful, superb, and very significant when it comes to both your liver and kidneys, because it's going to work like a really beautiful and very powerful filter indeed. On another hand, dandelion, sorry. On another hand, dandelion is going to be absolutely brilliant. Dandelion tea when it comes to these things, because you can drink this for a while, for slightly longer time, and that is just also going to rejuvenate and work like a filter when it comes to your liver and kidneys indeed. It's just something I highly suggest you. And also make sure that you're drinking lots of water so you flush out the toxins out of the system. When it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, you see, it's just basically when it comes to those of you that are actually in relationship, your partner is going to go through something very difficult, something very negative. So it's nothing to do with you. It may that your partner might reflect on you like a little bit of nervousness or something like that, but I think that your partner is going to struggle a little bit, because there is a certain amount of stress that your partner is going to be under. They haven't done anything wrong, they haven't done anything bad. So maybe if you can just make sure that you kind of take your partner somewhere, take them out, surprise them, buy them something, or you can buy them something, or you can get them something that they wouldn't expect. And this element of surprise is always important, it's always significant, because it has got very strong power to raise the vibration and change the energy, especially when somebody is going through something negative, some kind of stress, because it looks like your partner is going through something very emotional and very stressful. So if you can buy them something or get them something, or if you can take them somewhere like a little mini trip journey or something like that, would be fantastic. Okay, for those of you that are actually single and ready to mingy, my gorgeous Capricornians, for those of you that are single and ready to mingle, you see, you are going to kind of find someone this week. This is going to be so powerful. Your eyes are going to meet with someone very nice. Your eyes are going to meet with somebody very significant, and that person really likes you. That person is fancying you already, and they are about to come through. They are about to come forward. It's one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time. Just remember, when we start normal relationship, good relationship, powerful relationship, we have to remember to start at the beginning and work our way right way around. Not start at the end and work our way the wrong way around, which is what lots of people just make a mistake with, you see. So this is going to be somebody who you're going to hear about at the time you hear about a certain success when it comes to your own advancement. Be prepared to be swept off your feet, because this is going to be someone very, very genuine, very beautiful, and very important in your life indeed. Okay. Now, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be, of course, my gorgeous, my precious, my ever so powerful, my beautiful Aquarius. 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 When the moon is in the 7th house and Jupiter aligns with Mars, I will love even more. Aquamarini, aquamarini, nini, aquamarini, 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 aquamarini. This is going to be brilliant. My gorgeous aquamarine is like, you know what? Finally, the balance is going to be just perfect. The balance is going to be just good. And finally, certain things are going to make sense. And you know the way this is going to happen? Because right from the beginning of this week, you're going to be gone. You will be going through the certain transmission. You will be going through the certain change. And the way the change is going to happen, somebody's going to praise you up. Somebody's going to get your attention. Somebody's going to get a little bit of your energy. Somebody's going to praise you up. And the person who is going to praise you up, it's going to be the right person in your life to praise you up, because this is going to mean absolutely everything to you. So much to you, it's going to mean to you, so much to mean to the certain achievement, so much to mean to the certain accomplishment, so much to will mean to you when it comes to the certain justice. You know what? You will kind of went through the certain moments in the last few months, indeed. Maybe a little bit of paranoia-ish. Paranoia is normal. A little bit of paranoia is normal, but this is super normal when it comes to your case, because you have been surrounded by a little bit of sneaky bitches around. These little sneaky bitches that you were like surrounded by. I was telling you about. You have to like kind of like do things and make sure that you kind of don't come out with 100% of everything that you do. You just kind of have to like look through the certain glass in order to like kind of express yourself, because you must make sure that you don't come out completely with everything, because there were a couple of people who you couldn't really trust completely, but because you went through so much, and because you kind of like had to get on with your life, and because you knew if you react too quickly, if you react too soon, then you're gonna chuck the candle. And if you chuck the candle now, then this wax is going to end up everywhere, and you're not going to be able to get rid of this wax, you see, and it's not going to be good, and it's going to take you a long time to get rid of that wax, you see. That's why I'm saying that this is so important, and you were so wise. You were super wise. You were, my God, Aquarius, Aquamarini. The way you acted and the way you reacted, you were actually probably one of the wisest signs of the zodiac this year, because lots of signs, if they were under the stress the way you were, lots of signs, if they were going through what you were going through, kind of would find it very difficult to find their own ground underneath their own feet. But you managed to stay on top of it. You managed to keep your energy. You somehow have managed to keep your power, and this most certainly is just reflected in the best possible way, because if you reacted in a different way, if you jumped out, or if you like kind of screamed, if you've lost it, it would happen the candle moment. And that's why I'm saying you're absolutely fantastic, and you managed to keep your flame afloat. Absolutely brilliant. And now this is going to start making sense. Now this is going to be like absolutely fantastic beginning, because now as I say, someone is going to let let you know something very important this week. It's to do with your accomplishment, and that is just going to mean so much. And you will know. This is what the vibration of this week is also going to bring. You will know that a very big change is coming. Very significant change is coming. And it's just all to do with like a getting rid of the things in your life that you don't need. Doing like editing and making certain adjustment of things in your life that you don't need. There is something emotionally as well. Very important for you to wait for the right balance to actually realize. There is something emotionally, something to do with relationship, something to do with a certain option, and something to do with somebody else in your life that is reaching a very important stage and a very important moment. And this is significant for those of you, for example, who are having a partners, like that this is a very significant stage that you're about to reach. And if you haven't got a partner, then it's going to be somebody who's like a very good friend, like good friend, somebody who's constantly around you, for example, that you're going to need to sort certain problems, certain issue out. But now at this moment in time, it's to do with the relationship as well. Relationship, whether it's like a love, or where if you're in relationship, then it's going to be the relationship. And if you are not in a relationship, then it's going to be the certain relationship in general that you're going to need to pay attention to, because it's going to need a little bit of your input in order for something. It's going to need a little bit of your input, and that is going to bring you a wonderful insight, because you will go back into your past, and from your past you're going to bring some kind of insight, something from the childhood that is going to help you to highlight the situation and the problem in this life. But on another hand, it's just going to help you so much to move on. So the bottom line is, it's going to be very significant moment in time. Do you know what, Aquamarinis? You're going to be able to see like very clearly through something that you weren't able to see before. You're going to be able to sense this. You're going to be able to see this. You're going to be able to feel this. And you will know that there is the balance somewhere not quite right. What is that balance? And why are you worrying about? And what do you worry about when you think about that balance? Is it something that you do? Something that your partner is doing that is making you kind of like murky, something that is bringing like a slightly negative vibration? And don't get me wrong, please don't get me wrong, but there is something that is happening that it shouldn't be happening. And that's why I'm saying, please don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's just something that is happening that shouldn't be kind of happening, and it requires from you to kind of like, this. That was the part of your mind, that was a part of your subconscious mind, but this is going to be an integral part of your mind this week and for the next 2 weeks, because something is not quite right, and this, and you need to kind of go down and see what it is and make a necessary input by making a necessary adjustment and readjustment. You don't even need to do anything, but there's something is happening that it's worrying you, but it's going to require from you to make a necessary change in order to gain some kind of balance, in order to deal with a certain situation, in order to react in a certain way, in order to get what you need to get, in order to kind of like have a control over a situation. Strength, courage, and confidence and power. It is all towards your own accomplishment, but you are going to need to work out what is actually going on here, and what do you need to do in order to kind of like move on and sort things out. Okay, but you know what else? Oh, Aquamarini. Justice. You're having a justice, my babies. Your number is 8 this week. You also have a number this week, which means like it's accomplishment, finances, ooh la la, next stage, new stage, really good indeed. But also you're going to find yourself being very victorious, and you're also going to find yourself being advantaged in an advanced way, but also something is going to surprise you, something is going to be offered to you, something is going to become the part of your life, the part of your reality, and it's going to be very beautiful, very significant. It's going to be absolutely amazing. A prominent figure in your life is going to offer something to you, and this is going to be a very important moment in time. But also number 8 means that you should actually write number 8 down on a little bit of paper, try to connect to this particular energy, because because it is going to make this vibration in even more strong, more particular. But what number 8 also means, that it's an accomplishment when it comes to work, career. This is going to become one of the peak moments. So if you're looking for work, if you're looking for career, if you want to take your career to a whole new level, this is going to be the great, amazing, powerful week to actually talk about this. But if you're looking for work, go for it, because something very, very special is about to happen this week indeed, because you've got the power of this beautiful, powerful energy like on your side. On another hand, it is a very mind-blowing advice that you are going to get this week. Mind-blowing advice. Just remember this. And on another hand, justice. You've been waiting for something. Maybe you started a certain process. Maybe you are waiting for something to happen. Maybe like a justice procedure. Maybe somebody's making some kind of decision for you and it took a long time. However, my gorgeous Aquamarinis, you are having your justice this week, and this is very significant and it's good, because it's just at the same time it's going to make you feel so good. And this is going to be all about your basically harmony that is going to come through. This is all going to be about a certain reward, and it's all about a certain desire. This is all about the actual self-satisfaction and the certain advice that you're going to have at the same time. Absolutely mind-blowing. This week in particular, try to keep certain things to yourself. If you don't trust someone, if you find someone a little bit dodgy or something like that, don't talk to them about your personal stuff and things like that, just to escape any a little naughty vultures around that they could be this week. On another hand, what else I was going to say, you know what, Aquamarinis, this week I don't even know what to say. It's all about the creation. It's all about the certain creativity, and it's all about the beginning, invention, the beginning of something very special. But it's all about your success. It's all about your gain, and it's also going to be like the birth of something very special, something that is going to last for a long time. It's like a baby. You give a birth to a baby, and then baby lasts for a long time. It has so many stages. Baby, 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 30 years old. So it's very spiritual, it's very powerful, it's very strong, it's absolutely remarkable, and it lasts for a long time, and it has got many different stages. Wise, deep, clever. This is what is going to happen, the beginning of something very special. You are going to do something, you are going to start something, you are going to create something through some kind of fun and through some kind of adventure. And that fun and adventure is also going to be the beginning of the probably most significant, most important stage in your life that happened in the last 36 months. Because as I said, you made certain changes recently, and these changes that you made, they were quite hard, they were difficult, and now this is all going to come back. Every single time that you felt crying and difficult because you had to do certain changes, you had to create them, you had to make them. Now this is all going to flip-flop back really nicely, and this is beautiful energy is just going to have such a wonderful bounce back. It's unbelievable. Do you know what else? Oh my God, this is going to be certain. Aquamarinis, I will let you something know. There is some kind of inheritance that is going to become very important here. This is 1,000,000%. There is some kind of inheritance that is going to take place. You're going to hear about inheritance. You're going to become aware of the inheritance that you're going to get. But if you haven't got anybody to leave your inheritance, if you're haven't got any family or anything like that, then you're still going to hear about a certain amount of money which is about to travel to you, come towards you, which is about to come into your dimension, into your energy, and it's going to help you a lot. So even if you haven't got a family to leave your inheritance, you're going to become part of some kind of money that other people are part of, and you're just going to be part of as well. However, it's going to come towards you. So some certain inheritance is going to kind of start making sense, but also at the same time, this is going to be an important week when it comes to absolutely fantastic accomplishment, when it comes to in general, your life, when it comes to the certain option that you took, when it comes to all the directions that you were kind of focusing on, and when you were patient. Now this is all going to become so significant because it's a fantastic accomplishment that you are going to have. Couple of options options are going to be absolutely mind-blowing at around the end of this week, that you wouldn't even know which options are until you get there. And this is how powerful and vibrant this week is going to be, because it's going to be full of surprises indeed. Just remember, efficient. Do not rush into any decisions. Don't rush into any decision. If somebody tries to rush into something, you say, no, baby, no. You go home, you sleep, and then you reconnect. You connect your guardian angels, you connect your spirit guides, and that is going to bring you someone very special, some very special spirit, which is about to kind of confirm or let you know or make sure you understand something before you go any further. So do not rush into any decisions, because somebody is going to try to make a situation this week like rush. But I tell you, no, Aquamarine is be smart. Sometimes things are not what they seem that they are. This is going to be that type of situation indeed. Okay, it is the great accomplishment that you are going to have indeed, and that is going to be very significant. And certain trip or certain journey, it's also going to become very, very evident here. Okay, now when it comes to the actual health, it is just so significant. You just have to do this, my gorgeous Aquamarines. You're also, it's remarkable how many people are going to be bloated and how many people are going to have sensitivity when it comes to stomach, when it comes to digestion. Please try to make sure that you're actually taking the wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass from New Zealand, or if you can get it from some other part of the world that you feel connected to, that's absolutely fine. Organic wheatgrass from New Zealand is absolutely brilliant. It is going to boost your immune system. It is going to give you so many vitamins. It's absolutely brilliant. It's going to rejuvenate you, and it's also going to help you with the bloatedness in general and things like that. It's fantastic to boost your immune system. So this is something that you should take every single morning on an empty stomach. 1 glass of water, teaspoon, mix it up, drink it. It just doesn't taste like anything. I mean, to me, it tastes like a grass. So like a matcha green tea, So it doesn't taste bad to me at all. This is something that is going to help you so much. And also make sure that you are taking B vitamins, whatever you do. Or make sure that you take like a food which is completely high and very rich in B vitamins, or get like a supplements that are as natural as possible. If you do get a supplement, just make sure that you check with your doctor, if your GP, especially if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, because only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. But B vitamins are going to help you with just a little bit of baby stress. You're going to be having a little bit of baby stress because it's a lot going to be happening this week, and that's why vitamin B's are going to be brilliant, because they will feed your stress. For those of you that are actually in relationship, it's just so good. It's good. It's some kind of like testing, it's going to happen. Some kind of testing is going to happen. Some kind of test is going to happen, but not a bad testing between you two. But you will realize that you're like almost made for each other, because some kind of situation is going to happen. Some kind of situation is going to arise, and this is going to be an important moment in time, because you're going to feel free how you haven't felt in a really long time. But that in itself is going to be an important moment, because this week something is going to be on your mind. Something is going to become the part of your journey. Something is going to start changing, but towards the good way, because it's to do with a certain creation, it's to do with a certain creativity, and it's to do with a certain option that is about to become available to both of you. Watch this space, Aquamarinis, watch this space. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy, now I'm sorry, but there is a little bastard around you. So there is a little bastard going to be there. You'll be walking on the grass, you forgot to wear shoes, and there's a little snake in the grass, and it's about to bite you, and you haven't got the shoes, and it's like, oh my god. And then Sasha comes, and Sasha just tells you, no, just put your shoes on, and then you'll be absolutely fine. This is exactly what I'm saying. Try to keep certain things to yourself. You are going to be very busy this week. You're going to meet lots of people for some reason, and there are lots of people going to be around you that you've never met before, and very interesting. But there is someone in particular that you're going to like the look of, type of thing. But I'm just telling you, be very careful, because subconsciously you will know that this person is not the right person for you. So in order to protect yourself completely and put your shoes on, you just don't talk about personal things to strangers, to people who you don't know. But I'm not saying that you do this normally, but sometimes can get tricked into the situations, but you will be clever, you will be smart, you're psychic yourself, so you will be able to sense this person. But just to remind you, talk about the certain things to yourself. Don't talk about the certain things that are involving you only. For example, this is how you protect yourself, and this is not the right person for you. But otherwise, you will have a great time this week. You're going to meet quite a few people, and just at the moment, flirting is going to be absolutely perfect. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my powerful, my cute, my beautiful Piscelini, my gorgeous Pisces, my gorgeous Piscelini. I love you to bits indeed, because you know it is going to be really emotional week that you are going to have, you know, and it's going to start really weird. It's going to start a little bit crazy. It's going to start like a little bit like in a very tricky way. I'm sorry, but you know, let me tell you, you know, it's going to start in such a tricky way where you're going to think like, oh God, you got, you know, that you've got a certain crisis, you know, that you've got a certain negativity, that you've got a certain imbalance, you know, and certain conflict and domination are going to be pretty much so like around it, around this field, around this energy, around this dimension. And you know what? This is so good because it's going to immediately make you feel like you haven't done something right. It's going to make you feel like a little bit negative. It's going to make you feel like a vavumish sorry, just like a little bit sorry. But this is so good, because by doing this you will escape like some kind of tower situation. By doing this, by editing this, by putting a little bit of your energy here, you're also going to make your life go up instead of going down, which is about to make the waters a little bit murky in such a way, because you're going to think, oh no, but you need that little bit of balance, which is just going to make you feel just a little bit little baby negative. But then that in itself is just at the same time going to like motivate you and going to inspire you without you even realizing, because it's going to start raising the vibration within you. And that particular vibration that is going to be risen within you, it's going to be absolutely everything, because it is going to be the moment in time when you're going to kind of have a control over a situation without realizing. So you're going to act on this and you're going to become brave. And this brave situation that you're going to have is just going to be so good, because at the same time it's going to make you feel really active, it's going to make you feel really determined, but also it's just going to give you lots of energy and power, because this is the moment in time when your transformation is going to start. You will deal with something in a slightly different way. You will make a certain decision, and that decision is going to be absolutely everything, because it's going to be very wise, it's going to be very brave, but also at the same time there's a certain capacity about yourself that you're going to realize. And that capacity about yourself that you're going to realize, it's also going to help you to make a big change. And that big change is just going to reflect on everything, because your lifestyle is going to start changing after this moment in time, because without you even realizing, this is a very highly optimistic time, and the vibration is going to be risen straight away. Somebody very important and very faithful to you, very significant figure in your life, somebody very beautiful, is going to give you the certain news, and that news is going to also, they're going to tell you something, and you think of this person very highly, and that news is actually going to confirm something to you. And this is going to be so important, because it's going to help you to move on from the part of your life and from the time of your life when you felt like the certain things didn't develop and unfold in a certain way, when you felt like certain things were ruined, and when you felt like your part of your life and the part of your spiritual journey became really stagnant, and a certain area and certain parts came to an end, but you were just waiting when you can kind of reflect on this. So now your own creativity is going to be the answer, because at the same time you're going to feel very creative. You're about to realize some kind of like a new idea, and that idea is also going to make you feel very enthusiastic, because it's almost going to happen out of the blue. It's going to come out of the blue, and the sky is going to be the limit, because it is going to be connected to unlimited possibilities, and that in itself is just going to bring you such a strong and powerful initiative. And then on another hand, this is going to lead towards your own hope, faith, inspiration, and a really mind-blowing bright prospect that you are going to have. Bright prospect that you are going to have, it's going to be connected to the certain departure. You're going to make a certain decision, some kind of a judgment, but then again, you're going to feel super wise. You're going to be very wise, and you know, you're going to have some kind of confirmation from someone, through someone, and that is going to be more important than anything to you, because that is going to make you kind of like decide in an indecisive situation. Indeed, this continuance of the certain stage of your life, but that stage of your life slowly came to an end, and this is so important. I can't explain enough, because you are very powerful. You're powerful. The power of your mind is just so strong, and it's very capable when it comes to your own manifestation. One of the most powerful signs when it comes to your own manifestation, and this means once you realize something in your mind, once you decide something in your mind, you create a very strong starting point when it comes to the actual manifestation. So this is exactly what is going to happen here without you realizing it or not. This is going to be a significant time of transformation, of manifestation, of like a very sacred knowledge that you are going to have, but at the same time, this is all about a new plan, a new wish that you are going to have. New plan and new wish that you are going to have, which is just going to be very, very strong moment in time for you, because it's all going to lead towards you relaxing, you know, instead of like being scared and paranoid about a certain outcome and about the financial situation, about security and power in general. You know, this is going to give you so much advantage, because you're going to start feeling optimistic about your life, instead of just thinking about how you're going to edit things that slowly came to an end. This is nothing unusual. That so much is going to be happening because it's September, and September is like a really important start of an unfoldment which goes on really strongly and very powerfully towards the end of December 2019. So this is going to be the time of manifestation, the time of transformation, the time of realization, but also which is going to make you realize that there is a very important competition that you're going to be part of. And now that competition that you're going to be part of is just going to be absolutely everything, because it is going to help you to kind of rejuvenate yourself, discover something about yourself. You will test yourself, you will test certain people around you, but most certainly absolutely beautiful and solid moment in time, because you will feel absolutely overwhelmed. And this overwhelming feeling is going to come from you having a great determination, you having like initiative, strength, you know, force, you know, activity, power. Absolutely fantastic, because most certainly this is all about the swift activity and change, which is about to put a massive, huge smile on your face, my gorgeous Piscelini, my gorgeous Piscelini, my gorgeous Piscelini. Do you know what else is really important? This is going to be like financially an important moment in time. Financially, you are getting to the very significant time when it comes to your success, when it comes to your material attainment. This is the time of changes. This is the time of unfoldment. And this material attainment, it's going to come with an element of surprise, my Piscelini. Because what is going to happen, my gorgeous Piscelini, you're going to find yourself very victorious indeed. Victory! And that victory is also going to reveal something really special, and the new stage in your life, it's going to start unfolding a little bit sooner, a little bit quicker. And that in itself is absolutely fantastic, because it's going to raise your vibration. It's going to make you realize, like, it's going to have a really good impact on your well-being. This is how it works. The energy is absolutely everything. It's absolutely everywhere, and that in itself is going to make you feel victorious. And also, it's like all about a certain wish, something that was on your mind for the last 3 years, really, some kind of achievement, some kind of advancement, some kind of option. It's about to happen. It's about to become very strong part of your spiritual journey, and this is so good, because it's all about your success, gain, and overcoming obstacle that was there for a while. But now most certainly this is going to happen, and this is going to give you an option to make a big change when it comes to your home, when it comes to your living environment. But also, you know, you're going to feel so proud about yourself, and people around you are going to feel really proud of you, and a certain confirmation through somebody who you really love and who really like. It's also going to be very strongly evident here. On another hand, you know what? It is just all about overcoming obstacle and challenge, you know, and also you will be in touch with somebody. You're going to come across somebody who's very prominent figure this week. Just remember, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, you're going to do so well. You're going to do so brilliant. This is going to be the beginning of some very important stage in your life. So don't worry about, oh, go, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just remember what Sashita said. Just remember what Sashita said. All you need to do, my gorgeous Pisces, you need to put your hand in your pocket, take your spiritual key out and unlock the spiritual key and unlock the spiritual door, which are invisible in between you and that other person, okay? And by taking the spiritual key out, I mean all you need to do is just go where you need to go, do what you need to do, and just by taking the spiritual key out, I mean you just start conversation, you start this procedure, you start this option, you start this energy, you start this manifestation, you start this power, you start this progress, you start this process just by starting it, just by starting to talk, just by going there. You're already starting this energy, you're already projecting this energy, you're already projecting this power. You see, this is why this is so important, because your spiritual key is going to be superb. Your spiritual key is going to be very important, and you are going to find yourself doing against the odds, you know, so much more. And this week is going to be the week of such a beautiful elements of surprise, and it's all about a victory and also a negotiation, very important negotiation you're going to have, my gorgeous Pisces, a life-changing, important negotiation. So if you do need to start something big, go for it. If you need to sign something, go for it. If you need to go to apply for the jobs, go for it, because you will have the power of talk, power of this lucky energy, power, sacred power, which is going to take you away, take you places where you wouldn't normally go, okay? And also, as I said, like if you need a new job, new career or something like that, go for it, go for it, go for it. Anything that makes you feel nervous or something like that, this is going to be the great week to actually do it. Negotiation, very important negotiation that you're going to have, and that negotiation that you're going to have, it's also going to make you realize something very mature about yourself, okay? Mature realization. And this is all going to be an important moment in time, because this is all about the strength, this is all about the control over the situation, this is all about the confidence, this is all about the power. In fact, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, I've seen this card so many times when it comes to you in this week, that you are going to have a sacred confidence and power, which means that you do need to actually use it, but also you need to deal with the problems and situations that have been karmically like weighing you down. So this is going to be the moment in time that is going to be very important, and most certainly it is going to be very successful as well. On another hand, if you do want to have negotiations, if you do want to start negotiations, if you do want to begin something really big, really huge, really massive, go for it with this week, my gorgeous Pisces, because this week is all about the new beginning. This week is all about this particular energy and particular power, which is going to reflect on your whole life. Go for it, go for it, go for it, because you will have a sacred power indeed. On another hand, your justice is also coming. Your justice is also coming. Something is going to surprise you, something that you also maybe you might have forget about along the line. It's been so long, and you're going to hear the certain realization, and that is all going to be about your justice. And this is going to be so good, because it's going to put your mind to the rest. And the moment in time that you were really indecisive about your life, you will be able to make a certain decision, because this week is also going to be the part of the very important spiritual awakening that you're actually going to have. Absolutely amazing. And you will be able to relax, you know, when it comes to the actual moment of the time when you were like kind of worrying maybe about finances and things like that, problems, you know, big problem is coming to an end. So I can see like chilling out and relaxing at night without like kind of like meditating and enjoying yourself without just worrying about certain things that just start weighing you down, you know, and things like that. And what else is going to happen by the end of this week, my gorgeous Pisces? Financial opportunity is going to happen this week, and that is going to be absolutely beautiful. It is going to feel very beautiful, very successful, very significant time in your life, but also very, very spiritual, very karmically powerful time. Something is going to feel very spiritual about this financial opportunity, but this is because you are entering a very special part of your life, very special part of your spiritual journey, very special part when it comes to your own karma, when it comes to your own dimension. And that's why this is going to be significant, absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you, when it comes to your feeling, when it comes to your motivation, when it comes to your vibration. You're going to feel very vibrant, very mischievous, very good, very significant, very vavoomish in many different ways, because that particular financial option that you are going to have at around the end of the week, this week, is literally going to change your life. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you. On another hand, a certain person, somebody that you were worrying about so much, that you were uncertain about something that they do, something that they did, something that they started, you know, this is going to kind of have a really nice outcome, and that is just going to be helping to like kind of relax. A certain problem is slowly going to start coming to an end when it comes to the certain person in your life. And also news, very, very important news you are going to hear this week, and this is going to come through somebody as well who you haven't kind of heard from for a long time. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelinis, when it comes to your actual health, it is very important for you, when it comes to your actual health, to just take like a little bit of spirulina, organic spirulina. You can take like in a tablet form, or you can take in a powder form. Now in a powder form, it's a little bit difficult to take spirulina. I will be completely honest, because it tastes quite strong. I've tried, I don't think I can do it, but basically, and I normally can take things I don't really care, you see, but spirulina is very strong. So sometimes the organic form in a tablet without anti-caking agents or without any rubbish like that, spirulina, I highly suggest you to take, because it's going to rejuvenate you like there is no tomorrow. It's going to rejuvenate your energy levels, and it's going to be very, very good for you, because it's a lot going to be happening. So this is going to rejuvenate you at the same time. Okay, and also your liver and your kidneys are going to be quite sensitive areas, so I need you to kind of drink as much water as you can for your liver and kidneys, and also dandelion tea. Please try to drink a dandelion tea. It is going to be wonderful for your both liver and kidneys indeed. Try to make sure it's organic dandelion tea. It's absolutely brilliant. But also, what else I was going to say, like try to drink smoothies throughout this week, every single morning, if you can, like get like organic strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, all organic and natural, not this rubbish that has been like with chemicals and all that. Organics, raspberries, blueberries, goji berries, you know, like all the possible berries, as many as you can, because they're absolutely superb, and they are rich in like antioxidants, vitamins A, C, and E, and all the other vitamins and goodness that are going to work like a fantastic, absolutely mind-blowing filter when it comes to your kidney and when it comes to your liver indeed. So this is something that I would like you to kind of make your own mixture of these smoothies every single morning if you could, and it's going to rejuvenate your kidneys like there is no tomorrow. But also kidney and liver, but also it's like a dandelion tea that is just something quite wonderful and very significant. But also on another hand, spirulina is going to have a quite nice effect when it comes to that as well. If you're on any other medications, or if you're pregnant, or if you're breastfeeding, you need to check with your doctor, or you need to check with your GP whether these supplements are going to interact with your medications or not, because only your doctor, only your GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications or not. Okay. When it comes to those of you that are in relationship now, you know, I like it. You're going to be very proud of your partner. You're going to be very proud of your partner this week, because your partner is going to do something very woomish, and you're going to be like, hello. Your partner made some kind of wise investment, and now this is going to come back. Now this is going to come forward, and it's just going to provide you with an option to kind of like make another wise investment, for example. But most certainly the wise investment that your partner made, it's going to come back, and it's going to put a big smile on your face, and you're going to like your partner, because your partner is very smart, your partner is very clever. And this is just going to confirm all this. But this is not going to be something that is going to completely surprise you, because your partner is very clever and your partner is well capable. But however, there's certain kind of wise. The words wise are going to be written all around your partner. And it's going to make you feel so good, because it's going to provide you both with some kind of option that you're going to have a great time. Okay. And also, when it comes to those of you that are single and ready to mingy, it seems like you're gonna kind of be surrounded by the people that are going to share your experience. You will be kind of very active this week. You will also have a very strong vibration this week as well, and that vibration is going to reflect on people really nicely and really beautifully, and that in itself is just going to make you feel very powerful, and especially when it comes to the mirror reaction, especially when it comes to inviting subconsciously those people into our lives, into your life that you really want without you even realizing. This is what we do. We do it with our mind, we do it with our thoughts, we do it with our power. We are inviting them into our lives all the time, and it all depends on us, what we think, on our energy, on our vibration. Your vibration and your energy is going to be perfect this week, which means that you're going to be surrounded by the people similar to you. There is someone very special that is going to come through. There is someone very special that is going to come forward, and that person is going to change your life. Someone is about to enter your life, my gorgeous Pisces, and this person is about to change your life indeed. Somebody very special, somebody very powerful, and somebody very significant, and somebody who has got so much to give, and somebody who will be able to notice things about you like no one else did in a long time, and vice versa. Be prepared to be swept off your feet, my gorgeous Pisces, because someone very special is about to enter your week this week indeed. Okay, thank you ever so much for watching my videos, all of you. I love you all to bits. Okay, I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of healing, love and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. I love you. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.